A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for choosing us. This is Breakfast Daily, live on Channel 1 Television. And I am Nana Tufuobuate, your humble servant, here to serve you the best breakfast on television. Once again, you're welcome. Stay put. Grab your tea, your cocoa, your coffee, your... Charlie, Cerelac. I have a problem with Nestle. They should stop writing infant cereal on that thing. Cerelac is not infant cereal. Please, they should respect themselves. Else we'll go to court. You understand? So grab whatever it is you feed on in the morning, whatever serves you as breakfast, and join us as we take you through a beautiful morning that the good Lord himself has ordained for us. We do not take the blessing of being able to wake up in the morning, being counted among the living, for granted. Not at all. And so we come before him on bended knees, open arms, hearts full of gratitude. I will say thank you, Abba Father, for granting us grace to see another day. All right, talk about days. Have you heard of November 28, November 29, November 30? Guess what? Something big is happening on these 3 days. And I'm talking about the Agri Fair. This is the 2.0 November edition, but we're doing Christmas shopping. You get it? It is the Agri Fair November edition, but we're doing Christmas shopping because we have put it at the tail end of the month. And so we are ending the month of November with the Agri Fair. And so it affords you the opportunity to buy all the food stuff that you need for the entire month of December, and of course prepare you and usher you into the Christmas season. So yes, come and do your Bronya shopping at the Agri Fair. So if you're ready, we are ready, because something big is sprouting this November. Are you a farmer with fresh produce, or are you into fish farming, poultry, or livestock? Then this is your moment. The highly anticipated Agri Fair 2025 is here, and we're bringing you harvest vibes like never before. It's not harvest praise, or it is harvest vibes. Yeah. So the date is from the Friday the 28th to Sunday the 30th of November 2025. It's happening at the Ifua Sutherland Children's Park here in Accra, of course. And it's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. And so whether you are exhibiting or exploring, the Agri Fair is the place to be. Experience the best in fresh fruits and vegetables, poultry and livestock, fish and aquaculture, agro inputs and machinery, as well as innovative agri-tech solutions. Plus, join our special agri-clinics. Register to learn about snail farming, poultry, fish farming, and piggery. Guys, this one is it's important. It's a plus, it's a bonus, okay? So you need to register and join our special agri clinics, okay? So at the agri clinics, we're going to be learning about snail farming. And you learn how to rear snails, and then of course make some good money from snail rearing. And of course, very nice too. So yes, you need to register for the agri clinics: snail farming, fish farming, poultry, and piggery. The pig too, no, very, very necessary. You understand? Because that one is good for every delicacy. So you need to learn about that. So we want you to register for the agri clinics, okay? We'll tell you more about the agri clinics. But guess what? Exhibitors, this is your time to shine. But you need to hurry. You really need to hurry, because registration closes on Friday, the 21st of November, 2025. That's tomorrow. Friday, 21st November, 2025. We're closing registrations. And so if you haven't called, you need to call now. If you have called and registered, you need to pay now. If you don't, you are going to miss out. So please call, register, and pay now. Don't miss out on showcasing your products to thousands of potential buyers. Emphasis on thousands of potential buyers. They will all be there at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park. We've seen it before when we did this in June. And it was overwhelming. By day one, almost every exhibitor had run out of goods to sell, and they had to call for reinforcements. It's the same opportunity we are giving you. So call, register, and pay. Okay? Secure a slot to exhibit at the Agri Fair. All right. Now, for us, the patrons, you and I, yeah, when you are walking about and you have munchies, you want to chew on something. So you need to expect sizzling kebabs. Sizzling kebabs. And then you have farm to table deals and the farmers market energy like no other. So straight from the farm to the table. No middleman business. So you are assured of affordable prices. And so it's one of the reasons why you need to be at the Agri Fair. Then I'll give you another reason. You need to come network, okay? Come trade, come learn, and let us grow together. So it's an all-encompassing event. 3 days of agric exhibition, farm produce exhibition, agric technology, agric innovation, agro inputs, agro machinery, and of course the agri clinics that will afford you the opportunity to learn about snail farming, fish farming, poultry, as well as piggery. So it's important that you call us now, 0558 973 973. 0558 973 973. Call, register, make payments, and secure your stand. Or you can also register for the agri clinics by calling the same number, 0558 973 973. Agri Fair 2025 is where culture meets innovation, and it's powered by Channel One TV and City 97.3 FM, and proudly sponsored by Horticulture Business Platform HBP, Development Bank Ghana DBG, Legacy Crop Improvement Center LCIC, Gesal, Ghana Exim Bank, and Agri Impact Limited. So I want to say thank you to all our sponsors: Horticulture Business Platform HBP, Development Bank Ghana DBG, Legacy Crop Improvement Center LCIC, Gesal, Ghana Exim Bank, and Agri Impact. Thank you so much for sponsoring the Agri Fair 2.0, the November edition, what I call the Brunya shopping. Brunya. Come and let's shop. Let's buy all the food stuff, all the fresh farm produce that we need to make the Christmas season a wonderful, wonderful one. So we'll see you there from the 28th to the 30th of November. Let's wrap up the month in style. And of course, let's all experience culture and innovation. Let's grow what we eat, and let's eat what we grow. So we'll see you at the Agri Fair November edition. All right. Meantime, while you're at it, jump onto the Google Play Store and download the Channel One News app from the Google Play Store. Channel One News app, hosted on the Google Play Store. Download it, install it, and have access to factual, accurate, timely, relevant news. We are updating by the second, by the minute, by the hour, and it's all there on the Channel One News app on the Google Play Store. So please rush now. Download the Channel One News app from the Google Play Store, and voila, you can call yourself a newsman. All right, let's get into the papers and see what the dailies have for us. Front pages is where I'll be starting from. Daily Graphic says, VAT reforms take effect January. GRA boss, okay, that's according to the GRA boss, and the bill is before Parliament. But you see, we all need to be interested in these VAT reforms because you need to understand how it plays out and what it actually means to your pocket as an ordinary Ghanaian. These VAT reforms. We'll take time to look through it eventually. But Graphic is reporting that VAT reforms take effect January. That's according to the GRA boss. That's the boss, Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Kwesi Sapong. And we also understand that the bill is before Parliament. The bill is before Parliament. So, yeah, look out for it. Read and understand it so you know exactly what the VAT reforms mean to your pockets. Okay, other stories. President pledges support for 2026 World Assemblies of God Congress. President pledges support for 2026 World Assemblies of God Congress. Jospong partners UN University to build capacity in environment and climate sectors. And then you have ECOWAS Court dismisses Tokonu petition inquiry application. Attorney General to file response in 30 days. ECOWAS Court dismisses Tokonu petition inquiry application. Attorney General to file response in 30 days. So that's the front page. Let's check out the back page. Aha! Ghana Police receives new vessels to strengthen marine operations. Ghana Police receives new vessels to strengthen marine operations. And then you have Margins, Kokma, give Kimbu Triangle facelift. That's the Margins ID Group and the Kolik Klote Municipal Assembly, Kokma, give Kimbu Triangle a facelift. All right, so that's the Daily Graphic newspaper. Let's check out the Daily Guide. What's the Daily Guide saying? 2 presidential jets, copters, to cost 13.1 billion cedis. That's according to Samuel Abdullahi Jinapor. 2 presidential jets and copters to cost 13.1 billion Ghana cedis, according to Samuel Abdullahi Jinapor. 3 illegal miners die in Heath Goldfields concession. 3 illegal miners die in Heath Goldfields concession. ECOWAS Court to hear Tokonu's removal case. RNAQ Foundation expands food bank to Cape Coast and Tamale. And then you have, we're working to extradite ex-Maslock boss. That's according to the Attorney General. He made a statement while answering questions on the floor of Parliament 2 days ago. The Vanguard newspaper. Okay, Vanguard is back. Wow. Lumba's funeral sold for 4 billion cedis. East Legon executive baron grabs offer. Lumba's funeral sold for 4 billion Ghana cedis. East Legon executive baron grabs offer. Ghana. Kevin Ochre to be released soon from Dubai. Illegal miners perish in Galamsey pit. Impact 2025 launched. Tokonu crashes at ECOWAS Court. Impact 2025 launched, and you have Tokonu crashes at ECOWAS Court. So that's the Vanguard. The Vanguard newspaper. Let me take you to the Chronicle. The Chronicle says, Mahama to buy 2 presidential jets and 4 choppers at a mind-blowing $1.1 billion US. That's according to Samuel Abdullahi Jinapor. Mahama to buy 2 presidential jets and 4 choppers at a mind-blowing $1.1 billion US. Samuel Jinapor speaking there. Extraditing Sedina Tamaklo is out of my control. That's according to the Attorney General. Extraditing Sedina Tamaklo is out of my control. That's the AG speaking. GIPC board chair Oponfosu woos USA investors to Ghana. GIPC board chair Oponfosu woos USA investors to Ghana. A scripture for today is Proverbs 29:1. He who is often reproved yet stiffens his neck will suddenly be broken beyond healing. Proverbs 29:1. He who is often reproved yet stiffens his neck will suddenly be broken beyond healing. So that's the Chronicle newspaper for today. Let's get into some other papers. The Ghanaian Times. Ghanaian Times says 2026 year of infrastructure development. President Mahama declares. 2026 year of infrastructure development. President Mahama declares. 38 property owners in Sunyani face legal action. 38 property owners in Sunyani face legal action. Block IFF's plug tax leakages to boost revenue generation. That's according to ISE, the Institute for Social and Statistical Research. ISE. So block IFF's plug tax leakages to boost revenue generation. President pledges Ghana's support to host World Assemblies of God Congress next year. And then you have ECOWAS Court rejects former CJ's interim relief application. So that's the Ghanaian Times. And then I guess we can do the New Republic. The New Republic says SML drags OSP to charge, says investigation is a mafia hatchet job for shadow godfathers. SML drags OSP to charge, says investigation is a mafia hatchet job for shadow godfathers. SOS from Energy Ministry workers, stop secondment abuse and restore meritocracy. SOS from Energy Ministry workers, stop secondment abuses and restore meritocracy. Baumia's budget hit squad strikes. Baumia's budget hit squad strikes. Prepares secret dossiers to dispel Ato Force's surge. NAPO diagnoses 2024 defeat, says broken trust and insensitivity behind NPP's fall. NAPO diagnoses 2024 defeat, says broken trust and insensitivity behind NPP's fall. Then you have Tokonu faces setback as ECOWAS Court dismisses bid for interim relief. Tokonu faces setback as ECOWAS Court dismisses bid for interim relief. So that's the New Republic newspaper. Let me now take you online and bring you some stories from news portals. I'm starting from channel1newsonline.com. channel1newsonline.com. Africa's future not in Washington or Beijing. This is according to Lord Boateng. Lord Paul Boateng speaking. Yesterday he was in a conversation with Bernard Avle on the Point of View. And he says Africa's future is not in Washington or Beijing. Other stories from that same interview. Africa's emancipation incomplete without shared prosperity. Again, Lord Paul Boateng speaking. Africa's emancipation incomplete without shared prosperity. Rice glut forces sharp drop in melon output at Edweso. Rice glut forces sharp drop in melon output at Edweso. NIMOS officer dies in Obuasi road crash. That's an unfortunate situation. Condolences to the family and, of course, to the NIMOS team. 24-hour economy, big push will deliver lasting skills for youth. That's the Zebula MP speaking. He was on the Channel 1 newsroom last night. Oforiatta no longer on Interpol red notice. That's according to Frank Davis, lawyer for Ken Oforiatta, former finance minister. Revenue shortfalls forcing massive cuts in government expenditure. That's according to Member of Parliament for Fwasia Urebi Kojo Opon in Kroma. EOCO files fresh motion seeking stricter bail terms for former bust MD. EOCO files fresh motion seeking stricter bail terms for former bust MD. Youth invasion of Northern Regional Hospital alarming and unacceptable. That's according to the Ghana Medical Association. 2026 budget unrealistic, cannot provide growth and jobs. Former Finance Minister Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, who is also the Member of Parliament for Karaga, speaking there. He says 2026 budget unrealistic and cannot provide growth and jobs. Government to employ 6,100 teachers, including 2023 cohorts. Well, that's according to the Education Minister Haruna Idrisu. Government to employ 6,100 teachers, including 2023 cohort. Channel 1 TV to air 2 new Ghanaian series starting November 19 and 20. Channel One TV to air 2 new Ghanaian series starting November 19 and 20. Stop plans for Bole Hospital. Anna Akemodan Hospital pledge. MP to Mahama. So that's channel1newsonline.com. Now let's go to citynewsroom.com. Citynewsroom.com. Restore road tolls. Embrace PPPs to fund Accra-Kumasi Expressway. That's Professor Peter Korte. He's the immediate past director of the Institute for Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISA. He says, restore road tolls, embrace PPPs to fund Accra-Kumasi Expressway. GAF recruitment exercise resumes today. Numbers capped at 1,200 daily. GAF recruitment exercise resumes today. Numbers capped at 1,200 daily. 2026 budget. ISA flags weak growth outlook, major structural risk. 2026 budget. ISA flags weak growth outlook and major structural risk. Ablakwa defends skipping Parliament on U.S. deportee MOU. Ablakwa defends skipping Parliament on U.S. deportee MOU. Reliance on foreign aid must stop, Lord Boateng tells African leaders. Get fund reliance for free SHS could cripple tertiary infrastructure. That's according to EduWatch. Lord Paul Boateng is speaking here and he says Africa needs job creating and wealth building policies. When you go to Adregano, suspect in firefighter stabbing case remanded. And then you have NIMOS officer killed, 4 others injured in Obuasi accident. Like I said, condolences to the family of the deceased, condolences to the NIMOS team, and speedy recovery to the 4 who are injured. Oforiatta's Interpol red notice status not final. That's according to the OSP. And again on the 2026 budget, invest in jobs or face the consequences. That's Kojo Opon and Kroma speaking to the government. Well, you get details of these stories and several others when you go online, citynewsroom.com as well as channel1newsonline.com. Go there now and get all the stories from these 2 news portals. I am Nana Tufuobuat and you're watching Breakfast Daily here on Channel One Television. Stay with us. We return with the news review segment.
Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
This festive season, Volta Serene Hotel invites you to experience the magic of Christmas and New Year like never before. From 20th of December to the 1st of January, step into a world of joy, music, laughter, and celebration. We begin on the 20th with a soulful carols night, filling the air with warmth and melody. Then, on 23rd and 24th of December, arrive in style as we welcome you with fresh coconut and local treats. Christmas Day brings pure delight, exciting moments for kids, relaxing escape for adults, and an elegant all-white dinner under the stars, crowned with a spectacular fireworks display. On Boxing Day, embrace culture and rhythm, from picnics and traditional dance to an unforgettable high life and old school night. As the week unfolds, enjoy movie night, live music, karaoke, and endless fun. Until we welcome 2026 with a breathtaking fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Special Christmas packages starting from 4,050 for individuals, 5,250 for couples, and 8,900 Ghana cedis for a family of 4 for 2 nights. Call or WhatsApp 0541 539 867 or 0362 025 243 to book your experience today. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
Attention all State Housing Company Limited homeowners, landowners and clients. From November 3rd to December 31st, 2025, the State Housing Company Limited is giving you a 15% discount on all outstanding payments.
Oh yes, pay less on your ground rent, land regularization, lease renewals, consents to develop or assign and service charges, and secure your ownership today.
Visit any SHC office nationwide to make your payment in full to benefit from the 15% discount.
You can locate the State Housing Company Limited at Ring Road West, adjacent STC Yard and Accra Digital Center.
For more information, visit our website www.statehousing.gov.gh or call 0302-221-422 or 0552-725-656 or 0503-083-393. Remember, this offer ends December 31st, 2025. Don't wait, pay less today.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the pure cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. Nobody know why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you're poor, what's that? So would the coming of the son of man be. Hey. Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, a simple direction. Mr. Good Luck no check me well.
Yeah, man. Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
How much baby?
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompt. Yes. And then boom. Confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for Milky. I'm feeling like 7.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, the way our family can ask me before December, maybe release a motivational album. Fatapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Hello there. Thank you for keeping faith with us. This is Channel One Television and you're watching Breakfast Daily. We're getting into the news review segment where we get to have a conversation on some of the topical issues dominating the media space, and we'll bring you varying perspectives so that you can also form an opinion on these matters of, if you like, national interest. But please join us. The show is very interactive. We'd like to hear from you. Send us your thoughts, your comments, and your contributions. You can do so via the WhatsApp number on your screens. You can join us on socials as well. We're streaming live on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We're very engaging on X, very interactive on IG. You can enjoy some video content from Channel One Television on TikTok as well. Let me say a very good morning to the Honorable Samuel Aipai. He's a former member of Parliament for Ayenswano. Honorable, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too. My name is Ayepei.
Ayepei.
Yes, you're right. Thank you.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm around.
What have you been up to?
After Parliament, we on the private business, and I withdrew a bit from the public domain, and I'm back.
Very well. Well. And you're back and we hear you are in the Brian Acheampong team.
Exactly. Let me first say good morning to your viewers.
Right.
And to you and also all the MPP people, especially the delegates who are prepared to go to the polls to vote on 31st of January 2026. Yeah. And I appeal to them to vote for Dr. Brian Acheampong to lead our campaign for 2028 general elections. He's on number 2 on the ballot.
Why Brian Acheampong? Why Dr. Brian Acheampong?
The situation in which we find ourselves as a party, the 2024 election did not go well for us. The percentage we had has been the worst ever in the history of our party. In a situation where we have about 1.72 million vote difference between the candidate we presented and the current president. Looking at the fact that we have 16 regions in the country, 7 out of the 16 we did not win a single constituency in terms of presidential election results. We didn't win single, not one. And also the fact that we need a new force. We need a new face. We need to rebrand our party. Rebranding the party and looking at the population of the youth in this country, it is proper to get a younger person who will be appealed to the youth in this country, whom the youth will prefer to face or to follow. So looking at the time and the situation in which we find ourselves, or we are going to find ourselves in 2028, I'm with the view that it will be very good for us to present a personality like Dr. Brian Acheampong, somebody who have a lot of ideas that can map up a strategy for us to win the elections. He has already come out with some new strategy of which been accepted by most of the delegates that are going to vote in next year, early next year. Somebody who is very bold enough, not too bold. We are not going to fight, we are going to cast votes, but at a point in time, we made a bold decision to push some of the policies that the party will put in place. We need somebody who is worthy enough. Money is important in going to any elections. One person cannot sponsor MPP campaign in 2020. That is all true. But there's a saying in Akan that nipa baakonsa entumi nkatanya men. You can't just use one arm like this to cover the sky. You need others to join hands. But unless you raise your hand, others cannot join you. So there's a need for us to get somebody who has who can put some money on the table for others to put theirs. We are going to contest 2020 election from opposition as a political party. And knowing the number of constituencies, we have about 276 constituencies. And you need to tour all this finance the party's resources for us to be able to win the 2028 elections. I'm of the view that if we present a personality like Dr. Brian Acheampong, it will help the party.
Very well.
Besides that, Dr. Brian Acheampong is an entrepreneur, a very successful businessman who has been able to create jobs for thousands of Ghanaians in this country. So to tell Ghanaians that, oh, when you vote for Dr. Brian Acheampong, he is going to attract investors. He can't do it alone, but to attract investors to come into the country to create jobs. You know, if you tell any young person in this country that when you vote for me, I'll create a job for you to get something doing, definitely the person will vote for you. So to have a personality like Dr. Brian Acheampong who create jobs for people to do. If he becomes president, he can attract a lot of investors for us to get jobs for the young or the teeming young people in this country. Look at what happened when we say want to recruit military people.
Unfortunate
the way
situation.
People are struggling, everybody wants to get something doing. It doesn't mean that the young people in this country are lazy. They are not.
No.
The jobs are not there.
True.
So if we can get somebody who in the private capacity can create jobs, and we present him to Ghanaians, saying that, look, if you vote for this man, he's not going to create the jobs alone, but rather he will attract other investors to join hands for us to get more to do. I think Ghanaians will vote for him.
Very well.
These and many more are the reasons why I'm working for Dr. Bernard Champong, and I want him to be our candidate coming 2028. Going around talking to the delegates, in fact, it's very positive.
The grounds are good.
Very. Last week I was in Ekwapim North, Okere.
Okay.
New job in North, new job in South. Dr. Bernard Champong has already finished his tour in the Eastern region. But as a regional coordinator, we need to mop up.
True.
And see that the gains that he has made in the region is staying. That's exactly what we are doing. So we divided the region into smaller constituencies.
Okay.
And we have some leaders that are joining hands with other campaign team members. We are visiting the delegates, and nothing has changed. Rather, a lot of people have joined us.
Okay.
And it's very positive.
Very well.
We are going to have it one touch. Coming 26th January. 31st January 2026. It's a one touch.
Very well. Very well. We can only wish you well. We can only wish you well. Anyways, let's get into our business for today. We're starting off with the matter of the removal of the Chief Justice, Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu. Yesterday, the ECOWAS court rejected her request to halt the probe committee. But it does not mean the substantive matter has been thrown out. So let's pick your thoughts on this matter. There are those who say that, well, the deed is done. She should just give up. But for some of us, we think the fight should go on. At least it will serve as a lesson for especially law students going forward. And it will help shape, if you like, reforms in our constitution and our democratic dispensation. Your thoughts?
Well, it's a very bad example for us as a country. Very bad for our democracy. But we have three arms of government.
The removal is a bad example?
Exactly.
Right.
We have three arms of government. We have the executive, the judiciary, and then the legislature.
Where you were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for us, we have to look at our constitution again. The president cannot just get up and say that I'm having a process to remove the Speaker of Parliament, unless members of Parliament, at least 2/3, agree with him, which is very difficult. So can't we do something like that to safeguard the judiciary as well?
Yeah.
Because looking at the current system that we have, where the president can initiate, or whether the decision comes from the president, the party, or people from outside the party, or ordinary Ghanaians or the street. I am of the view that we should look at the constitution again and see how best we can fence or refence the position of a Chief Justice. Other than that, it weakens that part of our democratic system. But looking at what is happening, I'm among those who think the former Chief Justice should accept and maybe allow sleeping dogs to lie and give it a call off the fight for comeback, because for where I sit, it will be very difficult. What if the substantive case is handled by ECOWAS and say that, yes, go back and take your position? Don't you think the court also in Ghana, the Supreme Court in Ghana, will also initiate another counter ruling from the ECOWAS court?
But does the ECOWAS court have that jurisdiction?
Once we are member of ECOWAS and maybe a protocol has been signed by Ghana, I think if the lawyers of the former Chief Justice don't have
that's the idea. I think the 1991
exactly.
Protocol.
If they don't have the capacity, I don't think the
jurisdiction,
the ECOWAS court itself will accept to handle the. So once that has been accepted, and they are on the case, it means clearly that they have the power or the jurisdiction to handle the case. So for me, let's wait for how the substantive case itself will come out with. But I am of the view, if I happen to be in the shoes of those who advise the former Chief Justice, I would rather I tell her to call it off and maybe allow the systems to run. Because per the constitution that we have in this country, to be extremely difficult. The ECOWAS Parliament is not going to use any other document. They are going to use the 1992 Constitution to consider whether the Chief Justice should be reinstated or not. And they cannot come to Ghana to reinstate the Chief Justice, the former Chief Justice. Rather, we can give ruling. And I'd rather think whether the government of the day will accept the ruling and comply. So for me, I think he has proved beyond all reasonable doubt that yet he is not guilty. Yes, he has not been treated fairly. And Ghanaians are aware of the treatment that he has gone through. So if I happen to be in her shoes, I will advise that he should just forget about it and allow the system to run. But as I said, a very bad example for us as a country. If you don't take time, the next president that will come also say that I don't feel comfortable with this Chief Justice. Let them also initiate the process, like what happened at the how do you call it, Electoral Commission. We've gotten commissioners, chairpersons of commissioners removed. When we allow that system to run like this, if you don't take time, every 4 years, every 8 years, we are going to have some of our systems. So let's amend the constitution in such a way that nobody can just get up, or no president can just get up and say that I don't feel comfortable with A, B, I want to remove. Let's allow the systems to run in such a way that it will be difficult for presidents to change certain personalities or appointments in this country.
Very well. Let's say good morning to the Honorable Nilante van der Poy.
Good morning.
Former member of Parliament to the Diodio, and he's now the national coordinator for the DRIP, that's the District Road Improvement.
He was a former member of Parliament. I was a retired member.
Retired member.
What's the difference?
I like
the
that.
The difference is that I retired on my own volition.
So you are not former?
No.
No, I can't see the difference between the two.
There's a difference. I retired.
Yes, I was voted out.
Yes. So you are a former.
Yes, you are also, the process of becoming former is the difference. Other than that, you are a former, I am former.
I'm changing the definition.
You look very fresh and young. It's good for your party to be in government. How's DRIP doing?
Your party was doing government for 8 years.
Yeah, but for me, my case is different. You look at this. You are fortunate.
You brought this up for yourself.
You were an opposition
in government.
Honorable, welcome.
Thank you.
We're looking at the matter of the ECOWAS Court rejection, the interim application filed by the Chief Justice, seeking to halt the work of the probe committee. That one has been thrown out, but the substantive matter is on human rights is yet to be heard. The objection raised by the AG regarding the jurisdiction of the courts, the ECOWAS courts, to entertain this matter was overruled because the court says that indeed the former CJ had established a prima facie on human rights abuse, and so the AG's office has 30 days to file a response to the CJ's application. For our law and the growth of our democracy, you think this should continue, or the former CJ should just accept what it is and then give up on this fight?
Well, thank you very much, and let me say good morning to our viewers and to my very good friend Ayapin, one of the members of Parliament I admired those days for not being acerbic and being quite objective. If you like people like Ayapin, you look at a former Jusu member of Parliament, Eduomi. You look at Patrick Boama, you look at those people. Those are the people that we respected a lot in Parliament, because they will make their points all right. They will be political, but they will not be acerbic. And that is what we like, because it helps grow our democracy.
True.
And also, it helps us respect each other, even when we are out of Parliament, and that is good for us. On the substantive issue now, let me say this. Whatever will go to help in the growth of our democracy, I'm all for it. We've been through turbulent times. We've experimented with our democracy. And as young as we are, our democratic journey will definitely go through hills and valleys and also go through certain bumps. But all will strengthen the process and also make it sustainable. In as much as this case is, let me say, affects our former Chief Justice, I think that it is good for the law to be tested at all levels. But then I would say here, we have a constitution.
Yeah.
And our constitution has specified clearly in very, very unambiguous terms on procedures for the appointment of a Chief Justice. And the same constitution has specified in clear terms on procedures for the removal of a Chief Justice.
Yeah.
Not only a Chief Justice, but everybody, even the President, members of Parliament, all of us, could be removed in one way or the other according to the specifications of the Constitution.
Yeah.
So sometimes I marvel and ask myself, were any of the clauses, procedures, processes that are specified in the Constitution for the removal of a CJ, were any of it abused, violated, overstepped? Clearly no. The process went through what has been enshrined in the Constitution. So if somebody says that the Chief Justice has not been given a fair trial, she's not being treated fairly, her human rights are being abused, I would want the person to point the processes where those abuses occurred. Other than that, let's all understand that until we amend our Constitution, this current process has not violated any aspect of the Constitution. The processes will be allowed to be fair. It's gone through very transparent. The Chief Justice went before her own peers, and they came out with a verdict. 2, Getty Tokonu, that was not the first time a petition has been written about her. There was a petition against her under Nana Akufo-Addo. Nana Akufo-Addo dismissed it. In fact, one of the petitioners
the Council of State did not establish a prima facie.
Okay, thank you. I agree. The Council of State then did not establish a prima facie case against her.
Yeah.
One of the petitioners in that situation was a known MPP member. Nobody said anything. Another group of people have petitioned against her under John Mahama. It went to another Council of State, and they found and established a prima facie case against her. So, in this situation, I ask myself, what is it that people want the president to do? Even when the president has respected the tenets of our Constitution, we have a problem. If he had not respected, the same people will have gotten up and said the president has abused his freedom and rights and liberties under the Constitution, so he should be censured. So, Kutsi and Kutsi, Koda and Koda, I don't understand. I think that we've gotten to a stage where we must understand that as a country, we decided to abide by a constitution. Let that constitution work until we determine that certain aspects and certain clauses in the constitution needs amendment. I think that what we are doing, we are not being fair to the people who voted in the referendum to approve of that constitution. Secondly, let me say this. I'm happy that the case is going to proceed. The truth of the matter is that the ECOWAS court came with a determination that she did not utilize the period under which her injunction was to be accepted. And that brings to question some of the issues, because this is not the first time Chief Justice Tokono has taken a case to any court. She's been to courts in Ghana and all those situations. I think, like my brother said, that should be a signal to her. You see, one thing I said, and one thing that came out clearly, that one of the petitioners is from the judicial service, a worker in the judicial service. So you see, in this world, we should understand that as you go, not everybody will like you. You may think you are doing the right thing, but somebody will be sitting out there and the person will marking you and making sure that he finds a fault with you, and that person will use it against you. Today, if assuming, without admitting, that the court says she must be reinstated, in what environment is she going to work? I think that if she wants to maintain her sanity and live her peaceful life, she should accept this as one of her destiny. She's a young lady or young woman. She is not yet 70. So with her background and experience, she could find other work, and possibly, who knows, they say when one gate is closed, another is opened. She could get an appointment anywhere in the world to serve and to continue to work. But to continue to litigate this matter, which I know from where I sit and from the little that I can read and the little knowledge that I've acquired in my 60 years, I don't think what she's looking for, she will get it. I don't think she will get it. I don't think so. I don't think she can get back onto the bench of Ghana, because how is she going to relate with the people who found themselves on the committee who are also on the bench?
But at this point, is she fighting for reinstatement, or she's seeking compensation for what she says are human rights abuses?
But compensation definitely will be an outcome of a reinstatement. Definitely, if that's what she's looking for, the ultimate objective.
It could be in a situation where the court will say that, no, you cannot be reinstated, but I don't think you were removed fairly. So you can be
retired honorably on your entitlements.
Yes, on your entitlements, per your condition of service, your entitlement will be given to you. As it happened to the military officers, the senior military officers who were supposed to be paid until their retirement, they accumulate all the salaries that they are supposed to have prior to their retirement, have it in advance. So something like that to compensate her, maybe not necessarily coming back, something that President Mahama can do. President Mahama can come out and say that, look, you were supposed to receive, you retire with your salary, so if you are removed, that the way she had been removed, you will not enjoy that entitlement. So now we are giving it to you. Get a salary.
You see, one thing we must also
all the conditions.
We should be careful. We don't set a precedent that people could violate conditions.
But I didn't want to go into the issue as you did. But in fact, if we don't amend our constitution, any president can get people to petition. If I want to, if another president can, for instance, our next president will be,
and the person has not done anything,
and he wants to remove the Chief Justice. Definitely, you get some people to petition.
Petition on what grounds?
You see, there's no way. You've been a civil servant, public servant, you work in so many institutions. You start something right now, not all the people will like you. So, and you can't do everything perfectly 100%. True. So if it is 70% that you have done right, we can get something from the wrongs of your 30% against you. And they didn't say 100%. Once we get about 3 or 5 people petition and we send it to the Council of State, and look at the way our Council of State is being constituted. So definitely you can get 1 or 2 people, or majority of the people say.
Our Council of State is constituted by election.
Sponsored per the Constitution. It should have been an independent election. But now what do we see? Political parties sponsor them.
So that's what I'm saying, that
So to get people to write a petition, to get Council of State to accept the petition and find prima facie against a Chief Justice is something that can easily be done. That is why I centered my debate on the amendment of the Constitution to properly fence the Chief Justice like the way we have fenced our speakers of Parliament.
Don't say Chief Justice. If our Constitution needs amendment, it needs amendment to possibly protect all of us.
Exactly.
Not a particular group of people and not a particular person.
But that is not
the
what
Constitution is going to
protecting all of us.
No. The Constitution is going to a review. What I'm saying is that in all these, what we must understand is that as a country, we've come a bit far. We established this Constitution at a time. Now, the dynamics of our time demands that we must look at certain aspects of the Constitution to make it a good working document to protect every citizen of this country, no matter your status.
But for now, that is not what the Constitution is.
No.
But that
is what we are looking at.
You are fortunate your government is in power. If you are a former member of Parliament, sponsored by a political party to serve 3 terms, 4 terms in Parliament, and then the Constitution says when you are voted out, you retire and come home, where you've tinted yourself with political colors and no company is ready to hire you. And then you say, go and struggle for... You see, it's not easy. There's something that the Constitution must take a critical look at. How do we handle people who have served in government and have political colors?
It's not only... What I'm saying that the Constitution must be a shelter for every Ghanaian. Look, I don't agree that the political elite should be the only people who should be looked at in the amendment of the Constitution. I don't agree that those who constitute the 3 arms of government should be the only people who should be looked at. There are certain aspects of this Constitution that makes even the freedom and the liberties enjoyed by the ordinary Ghanaian a bit worrisome. And the Constitution must, in its entirety, be looked at so that it will be a document that will make me, you, and the ordinary taxi driver, sweeper, or anybody feel that in this country, I have predictability when it comes to my freedom or my liberties being infringed upon. You understand? That I can go to court and I will not go through a harrowing experience. There's no situation where somebody who is rich will override my freedom and my liberty. Those are the things I'm looking for. I'm looking at situations where, like in other jurisdictions, the ordinary person can get up and say that what this president has done to me, what this person has done to me is wrong, and I'm demanding this right. Those are the things I'm looking for. It shouldn't be because of the Chief Justice we are only going to fence that particular aspect of the Constitution and then look at. We must look at the Constitution in its entirety. And make sure that in situations where ordinary people's rights and freedoms are trampled upon, what are the remedies that constitutionally are available for them to be able to secure justice? Right. You see, do you like the situation whereby somebody goes to they say somebody has stolen plantain, then he goes for 15 years. Then somebody steals 3 billion.
And they said causing financial loss to the state.
Yes. Then the person
go for 3.
They won't say the person has stolen money. They find causing financial loss.
Causing financial
you
loss.
understand? It doesn't make sense. And so the Constitution must look at all these things so that from the Constitution, other regulations will flow in order to give some sort of confidence, joy, happiness to the Ghanaians. So me and I will walk through the street of Ghana knowing that as soon as my freedom is trampled upon by anybody, I will get justice.
True. Well, I agree that there should be a real look at the entirety of the Constitution. But would you also agree that the 146 should be looked at? Because it's also a Ghanaian citizen that is appointed to be a CJ.
I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem with that at all. Like I said, my cousin was wrongly and I think unfairly treated when she was at the Shraj.
Loretta Lamte.
Yes.
Yeah, Loretta Lamte.
But, you know, Charlotte Osai, to me, was unfairly removed.
So
that's what I'm saying that...
I said we should look at the Chief Justice, because that is the subject that we are discussing now. But what you are saying is right. In a situation where somebody has been employed by the state, whether it's before or after an election has been held, and then another government comes and say that, look, go home. I want to look into the process in which you were employed. As we speak, those who were employed fairly and those who were employed seriously are all home. You see, and they don't have any right to go to.
I agree with you.
Yes, so it's so important that we look at the Constitution again. The Constitution says your term of office ends at the 4th term, where date is clear. Whether you have won or lost an election, you still have term of office that not expire. At the same time, you are also employing, and a budget will be prepared to suit that employment. So if you overload the next government or which budget, you don't know how it's going to be designed.
Exactly.
It's also not fair. So the Constitution should position it in such a way that you can't go and overload a budget that you are not going to supervise.
True.
Neither can you also sit out somewhere and say that, oh, if I look at your face face looks like blue or green. Yeah. So I suspect you were employed wrongly. So let me find a way of removing you from office. These things are not fair. You see, and there's a need for us to look at all this so that we get fairness in our system. It's not only the Chief Justice alone.
Is it something that worries me in this country is that sometimes we forget where we have come from. And I think by now, all these things that my brother is talking about should be lessons for us as a country to move on.
Right.
We are building a country with so much bitterness and pain that people walk around and they are bitter. There's so much pain in them, their heads, because of the way the system has treated them. It's not today. Over the period. And I think politics has become the worst. We have weaponized politics so much that we use politics to inflict pain on our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues. Sometimes we forget that, look, if you touch Ayapain, even within Ayapain's, Ayapain could be blue, but within his party, there are greens.
Yes, true.
Who, for the time that Ayapain was sitting in parliament, was also at least benefiting a little from the crumbs from his table. You understand? I have family members who are MPP, and they come to me. I wouldn't say because they are MPP, I will not listen to them.
Yeah.
They are my family members. So at the end of it all, the ball will fall back to you. The guns we say, oh, for tell Trohina. You understand? So sometimes when we are dealing, we should first deal with the people as human beings. You understand? Ourselves, look at ourselves and look at them. Before we even look at where the person comes from, his name, or which religion, you know, those are the things I think which are not necessary. If we will deal with each other as human beings and understand that if I do this to Aye, he will be hurt. I wouldn't want the same thing to be done to me. I think it will help all of us in healing, in moving together and building this country together.
Right, right. There's a message here from Mino in Samoman. It says, the debate over the removal of the Chief Justice isn't going away anytime soon. This administration has set a troubling precedent, casting a shadow over our democracy that future generations will still be discussing. The question that keeps coming up is, what actual offense did Madame Tokonu commit? Well, the committee has found her guilty, if you like, of stated misbehavior, which is premise for removal. So I think that's about it. That should settle it. Unless she's able to challenge same in a court of competent jurisdiction, that is what the situation is. Let's move on to this matter of. You
just a quick one.
Nana, when you both say the committee, I want the committee of its own, like.
Very well.
Of her own peers. Of her own
we should qualify it.
Yes, of her own peers, not me.
My brother,
but she challenged even the composition of the
committee. There's one issue.
She was appointed under Nanado.
In the reports,
one of the judges was also appointed by Nanado. The other one, Poma, was appointed by
Samuel. But Poma has sat on a case involving one of the petitioners.
They didn't come out with the 100% support or say votes.
The committee.
On
the committee was unanimous.
But
the committee decision was unanimous.
You also said that yes, because you are in the same office with the person, the person may envy your position.
Yes,
the person may have offended the person.
Thank
so
you.
we cannot put in that.
But that's what the
But you see,
Constitution
there's one
says.
thing in the issue that I want us to critically look at. If a male officer or appointee travels with government expenditure or with government budget and goes with the wife, per the Ghanaian tradition and the way we handle husband and wife, we see nothing wrong with it. But when the appointee is a female and travels with the husband and said that, oh, I traveled with my husband and I spent A, B, C, D on my husband, we take it as an issue. We have to be very careful and know that if a man can travel with the wife, if a man appointee, like a chief justice can travel with the wife and we feel so comfortable with it. If a chief justice, a female chief justice also travels with the spouse, the husband, we should feel very comfortable.
But I don't think that was the matter.
That was not the matter because
it was a matter of the travel policy.
In our jurisprudence,
and whether there was a breach of it or not.
In our jurisprudence,
yes. And why do you think it was a breach?
In our jurisprudence, there's nothing like this.
If chief justice was a male and then travel with the wife, will that be an issue for us to discuss?
Let me say
it will
this.
not.
Every job,
it will not even raise its head at the committee at all.
Every job has certain conditions.
True.
Every job has certain conditions, and once you violate the constitution, that job has particular, let me say, penal measures that will be taken against you.
Exactly.
Every job. For example, I could be working in a bank, and according to my specific conditions, says that I have 3 holidays. You understand? Yeah. And one of the holidays I could travel with anybody.
Right.
That is. You may also be working in another bank, but you may not have those
same
conditions.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have same conditions and you attempt to do such, because I am here, I've done it, so you also do the same, and you cause any financial loss to the bank, you'll be taking care.
But let us be fair to ourselves. All the issues raised, none of them warrant the removal of the chief justice. Other than that, future chief justice will just tighten their hand behind them. These are something that can be a warning.
The danger.
It is not so strong enough to warrant the removal of a chief justice. You know what we mean by removing a chief justice? And because I have traveled with my husband, I've spent government money on my husband, and
people can travel with their spouses and spend government
so I need to be removed.
That single act violates the provisions of the travel policy.
Yes, by violating travel policy, does it warrant the removal of a chief justice?
The committee
Do you
of
know what
inquiry.
you mean by removing the chief justice and say because I have violated travel policy, I need to be removed as chief justice?
The office of chief justice. The office of chief justice. How it should be perceived, how it should be seen.
If we should go around and investigate all the chief justices that we have had,
let me also clear this. Let me see.
That some of them are even violated more than what this
we overlook
justice
something.
did.
Look, what we overlook is that one of the qualifications for the approval of a chief justice is that person must be of what? High moral standards.
My brother, let us go back.
It's relative though. No, it's relative though, because what I see as high moral standard will be different from what you see as moral standard.
That is why the former chief justice
those are the things that we have. Yes, those are the things that we have in our amendment we should look at. When we say high moral standard, maybe in the interpretation, what qualifies to be high moral standard? Is it about somebody going after somebody's girlfriend or somebody's wife or having a side chick? Or those are the things we are talking about?
We should have considered the degree of the offense.
Me and you have been in parliament. Me and you have been in parliament. You know, when we craft an act, in order to make the act so easy for people to interpret, in the interpretations, we specify all those generic words. So I'm saying that if we say high moral standard, what does it constitute?
Indeed. Yeah.
You know, as of today, me and you, the Constitution does not say it. So in an amendment, I will be expecting the Commission to look at that particular clause, high moral standard. If it is so generic and it's so broad, can they amend it in a way that will make it easy for the ordinary Ghanaian to know that if you do this...
And also help the appointee in terms of removal.
Thank you.
which
Yes.
one constitutes a
Yes,
removal,
yes.
which one constitutes a warning.
Thank you.
Or a
I
query.
agree. I agree with
Which
you.
one that should be overlooked, which one should be prompted. Other than that, if you go back and look at all the chief justices that we had previously, and let's investigate and find out that they've done, we've been worse than what this woman has done. Why is it that?
It's possible.
So let
It's
us-
possible that-
let us-
it's
let us
possible
be very
that-
careful
it's
in
possible that
situations
we
like
have-
this.
look,
we should be able to.
But do you remember in this country, we've had a situation whereby a judge was sitting in his house. A year comes to visit him, and they say, "I brought you a sheep." He accepted, and the next day, it was taken as bribe.
Yeah.
And that justice of a higher court lost his job.
True.
You understand?
Yeah.
True.
So all these things are that we must look. So I'm saying that what is happening is a very good situation for us to be able to take opportunity. Assuming the Constitutional Amendment Commission has started their work, and this has not happened. This has not happened. You and I will not be discussing it. We will not give all this that we are discussing. We will go to inform the commission on the work they are doing.
True.
So sometimes certain things happen, and we think that it's unfortunate, but then it's also God-given opportunity for us to. I said something. I said, look, Ghana football, our transfer system was horrible. I could just run to somebody's house and pick a player and go and register him the next day. The player is transferred, and until the Shamokwe incident happened. And as a country, we took opportunity to set up a new transfer system that is in sync with what happens in other jurisdictions. And that has sanitized our football. So certain things will happen in our life, but it's an opportunity being given to us by God in order to reshape our life, our environment, to make us better people the next time.
Very well.
So, Tokono, if I feel for her, but I think that she should also see what is happening to her as her own sacrifice and contribution to the development of the judiciary and the constitution.
Very well, very well, very well. This message says, "Good morning, Nana. As much as I agree with Honorable Neil Antivanderpoy that when you are in a position, not everyone will like you, I also wish to caution." He's put some qualification there. I also wish to caution the president and his supermajority that they will one day be on the other side. Time will tell.
We've been there before. So.
the judicial officers who are endorsing the fulfillment of the NDC campaign promises should better rethink. To my understanding of the two sides of the law, lawyers are the cause of all the problems of this country. No one answer to a question, so it depends on who is on the seat. Time will tell. Well, those are your thoughts. Keep sending in your messages. We'll do our best to read them. But let's move into the matter of the GRA SML due. We understand some issue with the Interpol red notice issued for the former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. His lawyers are saying that he's no longer on the red notice. Frank Davis, one of his lawyers, has confirmed the removal of the former finance minister from the Interpol red notice, describing the publication of the Office of the Special Prosecutor as reckless futility. Now, the OSP is also giving some clarification where the Director of Strategy, Research and Communications at the Office of the Special Prosecutor, Samuel Appiah-Darko, has downplayed public reactions to reports that Interpol has removed the red notice issued for the former finance minister. He cautioned against celebrating the development, noting that the status of a red notice can change at any time. This OSP Ken Ofori-Atta SML thing, it's appearing to become, if you like, a media spectacle instead of an actual fight against corruption. I don't know, from where I sit, that's the impression I get. That if indeed there are questions to be answered, proper investigations should be done, a case should be established, presented to court, charges preferred, and then of course we go to trial. It's up until just this week that we heard that some 78 charges have been preferred against some if like 7 individuals and the institution SML. 78 charges, and now we are hearing that even the Interpol red notice, there's some issues with it. From where you sit, Honorable Van der Poel, what do you make of all of this?
You remember in about 2 months ago when I was here, I made a very distinct on this issue that some of our colleagues on the other side have said that the Ken Ofori-Atta case will just be a replay of the Sedinam Tamakulu case. You remember I said it here?
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised about what is happening, you know. But the case is simple. I've had a notion that in our bid to fight corruption, all of us, especially we the politicians, must understand one thing. That whether we like it or not, the day of accountability will come.
True.
And if you are sure about yourself, you put yourself up. You see, I don't wish evil for anybody. But the truth of the matter is that when you enjoy a particular responsibility, you enjoy all the benefits of that office, you must know that there will come a time when you will be called to account. I'm sitting at DRIP today. Tomorrow, I'll be called to account for the office I occupied. Why should I run away? If I know that I've conducted myself fairly and according to the dictates of my office. But immediately you shield yourself from the law, you play kwani with the law. What it means is that you are convinced that you committed a crime, you've not acted properly in the office, and as such you want to run away from accountability.
But is that the case with Ken Ofori-Atta? Because his lawyers are available.
I'm saying his lawyers are available.
They've suggested a number of avenues to get this.
With a little law me and you have learnt, the lawyers cannot go to stand in the dock and answer questions for you. You know. Then if that's the case, then nobody could be tried in absentia. The issue is that it gets to a time of a trial where the defendant must defend himself.
True.
He could be cross-examined and he will offer and defend himself accordingly. So when people talk about his lawyers are around, the lawyers didn't sit in our office. The lawyers did not commit those offenses for which the person has been charged. The lawyers are there to defend him or her at the appropriate trial to make sure the person gets a fair trial. So it is not about lawyers. Ken Ofori-Atta, I've heard so many people talk about the fact that, oh, he's innocent. This is political victimization. Why don't he present himself to the OSP and for trial? So that the OSP will be ashamed. So the OSP will be humiliated and embarrassed. He has a good lawyer. Ken Ofori-Atta can acquire the services of all the lawyers in the world. You understand? So he should just come down and face the OSP in court. It is not, look, I've seen cases where people have been in court. We saw Dr. Opuni in court. Opuni didn't run away. Opuni stayed and faced the
for 7 years or more.
Yes, he was in court.
Yeah.
You understand? That's the mark of somebody who believed that I conducted myself well. There's nothing wrong for me to run away from. Ken Ofori-Atta cannot, to me, convince me today that his guilt is not guilty. It is political victimization. I am convinced by his action that he has a case to answer. That's why he's running away.
The man says he's not well.
He's not well. Wasn't Victor Solomon tried in court when he was in the wheelchair? People were in hospital bed with handcuffs to the bed, On the day of trial, they are taken from the hospital and taken to court. After court, they are brought back. He is walking around on the streets of, is it UK or US?
US.
With backpacks. The person who is not well has backpack on, wearing backpack. And he says it's not well.
You don't know what is in there. Maybe it's some catheter or something. You don't know.
Fine. So he should come. The same way, he should come. Look, we are talking about a situation where members of parliament were intensive care. They were picked up in an ambulance and brought to parliament to vote on something that Kenufurata has brought before the house, which almost the whole country, to the extent that we members of parliament have to exchange fisticuffs. You understand me? Somebody was brought to parliament, the person after voting collapsed again. So people's life have been used to protect Kenufurata. And he is walking around telling us he's not well. I think that it will be unfair to the people of this country. It will be unfair to all of us Ghanaians who bear the brunt of Kenufurata's policies to be supporting him running away from accountability. And all those MPP people who are supporting this idea, defending him, I'm saying they must be ashamed of themselves. Because this is somebody who put pensioners, he put pensioners' life at risk. In fact, he managed the economy to the extent that even they themselves, 80 of them, petitioned the president to remove him. And today, some of those people have gotten back and they are supporting him and virtually calling him the I don't know the word they were using. Oh, I forgot. But you see, my problem is that if we don't make sure that political appointees become accountable to us after the expiration of their term, what we're actually doing is that we are endangering the future of our political democracy. Because if people get to become so aware that, look, as for the politicians, they can steal, they can do whatever they want to do, and at the end of it, though, they will use the law to protect themselves. It will be risky for our democracy.
Right.
And I think that if Kenufurata thinks that he is not guilty, if the MPP as an entity, if Nana Akufo-Addo himself as a former president thinks that his cousin is not guilty, he should encourage him to come and face the music.
Very well. Very well. Let me take this quick message, go for a break. I come and then I hear from the Honorable Ayapai. The NDC has always played politics with the law. The removal of the former Chief Justice is unfair, and we shouldn't set a bad precedent for the next generation to follow. I agree with Honorable Ayapai that the Constitution should be amended to make it very difficult for any future government to remove a Chief Justice. Moreover, the Constitution should be amended that the Chief Justice and IGP shouldn't be appointed by the President. This is Opon Andy from Bogoso. Okay. Nana, the Chief Justice is gone. I keep saying that if you're a Chief Justice and you cross a red light at the traffic, you deserve to be removed. Good morning. Joseph from Kaswa sends that in. Also send us your thoughts, your comments, and contributions. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with the show. Stay with us.
The Premier League? Your DSTV premium subscription could get you there in real life, Charlie. Stay connected for your chance to watch the Premier League live. Man U versus Man City at Old Trafford, or Arsenal versus Man U in London. Stay connected to score with DSTV Premium. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
The panic, but if you're
Masquerades are scary, but bills shouldn't scare you. Be one of 10,000 lucky winners when you deposit multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 Ghana cedis to win up to 1.5 million Ghana cedis in cash and prizes, 1-year insurance cover, and more. Tap into vibes in the EcoBank 5-Star Enjoyment Promo. Up to 15% discount when you use our cards and digital platforms. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or text asking you to verify sensitive information like your PIN, Ghana card, or bank card information. Pay better attention to details.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. Nobody why you luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame.
Senya God the apple boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, a simple direction. Mr. Good Luck no me way.
Yeah,
man.
Easy kwa. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompts. Yes. And then boom, confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like 7.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, baby, our family pay maximum. Before December, may release a motivational album. Patapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Hello again. Thank you for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. We're having the news review segment, having a conversation on some of the topical issues. Please send us your thoughts, your comments, and contributions. Let me go to the Honorable Samuel Ayapai on the issue of the GRA SML deal. OSP's extradition request for Ken Ofori-Atta to be brought back to Ghana to face trial on some corruption and corruption-related offenses. And then, of course, how the whole matter is panning out. In one breath, the SML itself is suing the OSP. Currently, it has petitioned the SHRAJ to look into the conduct of the OSP, citing bias and personal vendetta. There's those who also argue that, well, the crime was committed here. The institutions involved are here, GRA, SML. The various actors are all here, minus the former finance minister. So just proceed with your case. Try the man in absentia. And all this brouhaha about extradition, which we both know will go and end up with the AG anyway, should just be put to bed. So,
well, I disagree with Honorable Nilanti saying that MPPs are protecting and defending Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta. I haven't seen them yet to. What we are saying is not good is their style. If indeed Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta has committed any crime, I think the law should deal with him. I, for instance, would be the first person to say that, hey, get him there, put him behind bars, if indeed he has caused this country or he has led this country lost any amount of money. The law should hold him responsible. But what some of us are not happy with the style in which they arrest the person, try the person in the media, put him behind bars and say that, hey, we are giving a bail term condition of 50 billion, so million Ghana cedis. You see, that is what we are not happy with. As you rightly put it, if indeed the man has committed any crime against the state, prefer the charges. Go to court. Try him in absentia, which is possible according to the laws of this country. If he found himself, that will even be easier for you. If the man is not in the country, he's not prepared to respond, or he may be sending his lawyers, you may even need him to cross-examine him. He's not available to be cross-examined by the court. It makes your case very easy for you. Then you get a person sentenced, and then you can then go to Interpol and say that bring him down, he's been found guilty, let him come and serve his jail term in this country. That is exactly what all of us can say, that, hey, you've done a good job, and we put our mouth in it and make sure that the man is extradited to the country to come and serve his terms. So for me, I don't see what they are trying to do. In fact, this time now they said about 78 charges or so. Let's go to court with those charges and see whether the man will not run back to come and defend himself. You see, but whilst you are still trying him in the media, seeing that people have been arrested, I know he's not of a good, healthy condition. So to go and say that I will bring 1 billion Ghana cedis bail bond, bring that is what I think. I haven't spoken to him, I don't have any link with him, but I think that is what he's trying to avoid. Start the trial, the man will come and defend himself. If indeed he hasn't done anything wrong, he will not hesitate to come. This SML thing, that is not the main topic I have to go in. But when they made it, what they made us to understand is that when we extract our crude oil and also what we import into the country, people underestimate the quantities, the cost. The government generally is not getting the appropriate taxes. So come in and study the system for us. Measure the product for us. Let us know if indeed we are making profit or we are getting more. If we get more than what you came to meet, then of course we are going to pay with a percentage of the extra money that you made us gain.
Is it a percentage of the total or a percentage of the extra?
The percentage of the excesses, the percentage of the extra, not the percentage of the total. For instance, if GRA is making 1 billion Ghana cedis a month, and you come in with all your sensing, your at the end of the day it is 1 billion, you get zero.
Is it?
Yes, but when we are making approximately 1 billion cedis a month, and you come in and you're making 1.2 billion, you get a percentage of the 200, the 2 million.
On the 1 billion.
On the 1 billion. A percentage of that. That's how the thing is. So if you don't make us make any extra income, you are not, or extra tax, you are not getting anything. So for me, it was a very good project that GRA embarked. But if there's any dubious way of getting good things done, I don't think we can't go and say that, hey, though it is good, but the rate in which you made it done is wrong. So for me, you can start trying him, whether he's in Ghana or he's not in Ghana. I don't see why they want him to be in the country before they can start trying him. They should try him in absentia. We've done it before. I saw one of the newspaper reporting about Sedina Tamako, who has been tried in absentia, and now they want her to come back to serve his jail term in Ghana. You can do the same. You know, necessarily the person shouldn't be in court in person. And I know, if they start trying him, he will quickly come back and defend himself. Because you may need him to cross-examine him. If you are not there, the fact that you don't want to present yourself does not mean that the court cannot pronounce judgment. No. So for me, I'm of the view that they should start processing him to court in absentia and when things are done. Unless they want to do their usual press try and then this Rambo style of arrest and the system of giving huge amount of bail condition. Other than that, I don't see what they are waiting for. They should start trying, and you come back. At a point in time, he himself will rush back Ghana
let me ask
to come
you
and
something.
defend you.
If somebody steals 3 billion Ghana cedis, what bail condition do you expect they will get?
But that one, the system there's a policy on that.
so that when people talk about outrageous bail condition, I ask myself,
there's a policy on that.
Bails are set in such a way that even when you abscond, at least there will be part of that money that you have stolen to be secured.
Right.
That's how bails are.
Yes, but we've seen
across the world,
it takes into cognizance there's some
involved in
the case.
Where somebody has entered, allegedly entered a reserve, a forest reserve, illegally. The distraction has not been quantified into cash yet. We put millions of Ghana cedis at bill.
How do you know how do you know that the distraction was not quantified?
It has not been.
No, how do you know?
It has not been quantified.
How do you know?
And you know nobody has made that assessment to know how the forest has been
You
destroyed.
are conjecturing.
So
you are
they
conjecturing.
did that. They were not able to tell it alone because the distraction will cause this. We are asking him to
before
pay
the
a bail condition.
Before the
that.
prosecution will ask for that bail condition, they may have quantified the cost of the distraction, and they think that what you have done to the environment, it will take this amount of money to recover.
You haven't done that.
But if they haven't done that, they may have an idea of the proceeds.
Having an idea does not mean that you should sit somewhere and quote any amount as a bail condition. He said something right now that the NDC need to understand. He been in parliament. I've witnessed about 12 budgets. If mid-year budget, making it 24.
Right.
And I know clearly that when budgets are made, the debt of the country is an addition every year. The existing one, then we add to either increase or we subtract to decrease to make the total debt. And the debt that NPP came to meet in 2017, it wasn't zero. Kufuor left 26% debt to GDP. We took over, it was around 72% in 2016. After rebasing, it came to around 60-something% to GDP. And then we added, at the point in time, we go beyond 100, it's about 104% or so. Then we came out with this IMF bailout that conditioned us to look at how best we can do this domestic debt restructuring. And then we went outside also to do the external debt restructuring and all that. Today, the vice president of the land, Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, is saying that debt restructuring is the cause of the good condition of the economy that we are seeing today.
It's not true.
So he said it.
Read
She
the
said
graphic.
it.
Graphic has issued
As a rejoinder.
a rejoinder. Graphic has issued
But that
a
is what
rejoinder.
she said.
No.
They've now quoted. They've now
They said
quoted.
they've misquoted her.
Yes.
If it's not in this one,
It doesn't matter. It's the pressure being put.
It matters.
It's the pressure being put on her
No,
because
no,
that is the fact.
No, listen.
It's a pressure being put on her.
Her speech was scripted.
So
The reporter made a mistake. And
everybody,
Graphic
the
have now
reporter,
gone
you are
back to
putting
this.
pressure on this woman to say that I don't know what she said.
No, we're not talking about the woman.
Honorable.
The woman has not said
Honorable, let us
anything.
be
But Graphic
fair.
has come
Let
to
us
the
be fair.
conclusion
You
that
see, for me,
they
made a
misquoted
mistake.
her.
Yeah.
Honorable,
Yeah.
for me, when we took over 2017, the IMF condition or bailout that you've gone for gave us some good. It gives a very good economic indicators. All the indicators were fine. At a point in time, the dollar was stable. Inflation dropped about 7% or so, and blah, 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 blah. So don't forget the fact that it is the bailout that we went. The conditions that was put between 2021 and 24, that is the benefit of the bailout that we went. Look, today inflation is 8%. Why do you think inflation is 8%? It is 8% because of the IMF conditions that discipline
I don't want to cut
the
you.
previous
I want to clap
government.
for you. Do you know why I want to clap for
government.
you? Do you know why I want to clap for you?
So don't take credit for
No,
that.
no.
It
Do
is
you know
never
why-
your
do you know why I
credit.
want to clap for you?
It is because of the good work.
I said, do you know why I
And
want to
also,
clap for you?
Look, you know we are having 4 billion debt forgiveness. 4 billion. Today, you are not paying your debt.
I said, let me clap for you.
You start paying your debt in 2026. Yeah. And the money that you need to change.
But the debt will be paid.
Yes, that is why we set up a fund that go and put the money in the fund so that 2026 you will not fund yourself.
Do you know how many funds?
You know what they are doing?
Do you know how many funds we set up for you?
They are using that money to suppress the city. You don't think of.
Do you know how many funds we set? We set
Since you've gone there, let's move into the matter of the budget.
So let me tell you this. I'm clapping for you. Do you know why? I said that there was no magic done by the MPP between 2017 and 2021.
You haven't done any magic now?
Because what we are saying should let you understand that you benefited from the seeds which were planted by the NDC.
And you are benefiting from what was planted last year.
So you are saying
hold on.
So I want you to understand the fact that when after 2020, 2021, when you exited the policy and you started your own economic policies, that is where your incompetence was shown. You understand?
By your incompetence started showing after Kufuor also left with 26% from how do you call it?
Fine. That's what we're voted out. That's what we're voted out.
And then you are going to be voted out because what you are doing is none of your of your policy.
We are in government
now. It is what we put in place. It is what IMF helped us to be disciplined. It is what IMF led for us. It is the policy, the bailout that we went through. That is the benefit. You see, what we are seeing now is a result of the IMF policy. Before IMF told us that the year 2025 will end with an inflation of 8%.
So would you agree that it's same from 2016?
That is what I'm saying. That they shouldn't proud themselves and telling Ghanaians that we have. I was listening to what
if they hadn't been fiscally disciplined,
we still have gone back.
If they hadn't ensured fiscal discipline,
and I say, hey, on the floor of Parliament, saying big things that the government has done, we haven't done anything. You see, I'm telling you,
we haven't done anything.
Not. Tell me one single policy that your government from 2025 to date, January to
fiscal discipline.
What? And
it's enough. It's enough to secure this economy.
I think it's a conditionality.
IMF conditions that we also became physically disciplined in 2023 and 2024. And that is,
did you read
Franklin Covey's? Let me tell you one thing.
Did you read Franklin Covey's piece of?
Oh, my brother. Let's discuss.
No, I just want to Imani's presentation after the budget.
You see, what we are saying is that when you are restricted by the bailout,
do you know how much?
Don't do this.
Do you know how much we were
make sure that you solve up your reserves, your international reserves. Make sure that and things getting better. And then you take over, you haven't put in place any policy. What you are doing is that is the IMF bailout that is still shaping you.
Was it the IMF that told us to
2026, the policy will end. The IMF policy will end.
Was it the IMF that asked us to do gold?
We left 8. You see.
No, I'm asking you.
Honorable.
Was it the IMF that asked us to go?
You know you are one of the finest MPs we have ever witnessed in this country.
Yes, that's what I'm asking you.
And don't join that.
No, I just
board actually is not doing any magic. I'm telling you that. We left a reserve of 8 billion. Cedis. $8. That's a reserve, and that is what is helping you to get what you are doing. Tell me what Goldboard is doing. Goldboard is not doing anything like what the Precious Minerals
PMMC.
Are you sure? PMMC was doing.
Are you sure?
What is the difference? Tell me. Except that you have giving license to people to buy the gold.
Sanitized.
So that is something different. That is something different.
Sanity?
It's not something different. It's not something different.
The gold is still being smuggled allegedly. So what have you done? So let us wait. Let us take time and wait. IMF bailout will end in 2026.
Yes.
You will start paying the debt that has been suspended for you. By the money that you are supposed to put in the fund, you are using it to suppress the city. Let us see what will happen. Look at it, something that I've read. We are going to buy. Yes, indeed. It is very painful to. I'm not trying to maybe politicize the sad event of my good friend like Murtala Muhammad. If the family is listening to me today, he was a very good friend. He came to meet me in Parliament and very, very good person. But if we have to do anything to avoid what happened to this gentleman, we can do it. But look at it, 2 jets. I think we can get 1 and then 2 of the helicopters and then use the remaining money to recruit the teachers, nurses who are at home.
I did not being recruited. 27,000.
Have you listened to the health minister?
He said what?
He's saying by the end of 2028, we are going to have about 150 nurses.
Yeah, he's projecting to the future.
Yes, so that this money can take care of that projection, so that the projection will reduce the number of people.
6,100 teachers are being absorbed now.
I would say he's projecting 150,000.
Nurses
He's looking at the entry, those who are entering, who are graduating, those who are yet to be graduating. So if that money is there, we can reduce, even make it in 0 into the whole system where as soon as you complete a nursing training, you are absorbed into the system.
It has never been so. It has never been so. It has never been so.
People don't sit home.
I'm old.
Don't worry. The national service
I know Ghana very well.
Came in. The fact that
your gray hair doesn't make you older than me.
It doesn't matter. you are older than me, but it may even happen that I've also read wider.
I'm saying that in this country,
when we were young, people complete nursing training and they are absorbed straight into the system.
No.
It is
no
straight into the system.
Tell me,
directly from school. Some of them, they don't even get their.
They do service.
Service for nurses. It came in quite recently.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
It came in
even when I was a student.
And nurses were nurses were doing national service.
Yes.
Oh, my brother.
Yes.
Well,
they were bonded for number of years.
Bonded is not national service. If you are bonded for 3 years, it's not national service.
What is it?
You see, national service, now they are doing national service before the bonding. Now, yes, they do, like graduates, they do national service before the 3-year bonding. What you were talking about was the 3-year bond. It wasn't national service. In the 3-year bond, what you have to serve the country with 3 years before you can travel outside the country.
So serving the country, what does it mean?
No, we are talking about national service in which you serve for 1 year before you are posted. After the posting, bonding is done after the posting.
Honorable, the jets, can we buy one?
We can buy one. Why not? We have only one. We have one already.
Which has returned.
Which has been repaired.
Let me say this here. Even before we left Parliament, the 8th Parliament, the MPP government brought before the House.
You condemned it. You say people can't buy food, we are buying 3 jets.
Because the
you say people can't be posted, we don't have financial clearance for teachers to go and teach.
Because that's the justification. The justification is that the conditions then were not favorable.
Were not favorable.
The country has gone not favorable for 3 jets.
At that time, listen to me carefully. At that time, this country, you have planned this country into a DDEP.
Which we are benefiting now.
Yes. But at the time,
the end result
when
is what you are.
At the finance ministry.
Now we have bear the cost and you are benefiting from what.
So now the time is right. Can we go ahead and buy?
The time is right for 1 jet, not 2. Not 2.
You wanted to buy 2 that time.
No, and you said it wasn't good. The condition was bad. The condition
conditions are better.
It's better, but not better for 2. You can buy 1 and now do to the old one. So that you can
buy the one
and get these teachers and nurses.
At the time, the next time,
medical doctors who are home have completed their medical training. Exactly. You need to absorb them. You can buy 1 and absorb.
You and I have been in Parliament before. The issue is simple. The cost of that jet today may not be the same tomorrow.
Tomorrow, indeed.
So sometimes it's better to buy it now. So you can save cost instead of buying it tomorrow. So that was the justification you people came to Parliament with. But at the time,
the
our point,
no matter what the situation may be, it may be cheaper tomorrow, unless you don't have any projection to show that the dollar will be 5 cedis at the end of 2020.
At the time, we all said that, look, we have no problem with the jet. Look, I remember at the Committee of the Whole, we all talked passionately about this and we accepted the fact that, yes, there's a need for the jet. But how will it sound in the ears of the pensioners and all these people that at the time when they are crying for their money, when we have taken their money, we are going to buy jets? So it doesn't sit well with our conscience at the time. And so we talk about it. Today, all of us agree that the situation demands that we must have that jet. Look, as a country, it's going to go to Parliament. We are going to discuss it in Parliament. The government cannot just get up and you unilaterally go and buy the jets. permission must be given by Parliament, you and I, to give them the go ahead to buy. If Parliament so decides, it's the people of Ghana who have decided. And I think buying them today makes a lot of sense than waiting for tomorrow.
Honorable Van der Poel.
Yeah, you are listening to me because I was in Parliament and we all discussed this.
And he said it's not possible. We cannot buy jets because people are hungry.
Yes.
People cannot meet 3 square.
But you yourself, you are saying that today.
Changed.
Oh, nothing has changed.
In terms
I
of
thought you just said that.
You just said that the NDC is benefiting of the sacrifices.
Exactly, because of the indicators, the economic indicators have changed. It takes time for the indicators to be felt in the pocket.
Don't worry. You see, the issue is simple.
When indicators are, for instance, now
last year by this time.
Now interest rate is dropping.
Last year by this time.
So let people feel comfortable. Let this indicator that we are seeing as a result of the IMF bailout that we went
last year by this time,
you were buying. Be felt in the pocket of the ordinary Ghanaians. Let's get this nurses posted.
But that's what the finance minister has done. This budget is putting money in the pockets
is saying that 150,000 nurses are going to be unemployed by the end of 2028. Can't we do something
going to be employed?
Going to be unemployed.
Oh, how?
Oh, he's saying that
they would have completed school,
and
but the
system will not be able to absorb them.
Very well.
You know, we have said, me and you, Nana, we remember we said this when we were looking at the issue of employment, and I said it here, that when we continue to have an educational curriculum that produces certain type of professionals without a consequential development of facilities and establishment that will absorb them, we create a problem.
True.
Right now, almost every university is doing project management, human resource, logistics supply, and where are the logistics that we are going to supply? You understand? How many establishments will you employ people to be human resource managers? So what we are saying is that if for the next 5 years, our focus is to be able to improve on our health delivery system, then we are building more hospitals so we can absorb more of these nurses and doctors. If it's about improving our education, then we're going to improve upon, we are going to build more schools.
So that means there should be the infrastructure.
And that is what this budget seeks to achieve.
I know.
That is what this budget seeks to achieve.
I know Honorable Neil Van der Poel. He's talking like this because his government is in power. Let me tell you one thing. Wait, let me tell you one thing. Look, Honorable, be sincere to yourself. That we have Agenda 111 in the various stages of completion. And we want to use 13.1 billion in purchasing aircrafts. Whilst we can use half of this money to purchase one presidential jet, one helicopter, 2 helicopters, making it 3. And the half of this money, if it is 10 out of 111 hospitals that we can complete, why not pushing the money there? Be fair, be sincere. And then the next time, when we get money, next year budget, we put in another, and you know what they are doing. It's not fair, it's not good.
As the budget not provided for Agenda 111.
As we speak, contractors are dying. Especially road contractors.
Look.
Yes, the previous government
was provision not made for them in the budget?
That's the issue. The provision is made for them in the budget, but the roads minister will tell us even with all this big push and all that, especially the local contractors that are being businesses are being killed, can't be catered for.
We are resuscitating those businesses you killed. We are resuscitating those businesses you killed.
So please.
You killed.
He said something. Just before you go, he said something I want to add a little to it. You see, he made mention of getting a program at the university that will benefit this country and individuals and family. I've done something in my family, and it showed a very good dividend. And I want, if government is not prepared to give out a policy, as an individual parents, we can do it. I told my children that we are going to do elective mathematics, elective maths, physics, chemistry, and biology. Whether, if you can't, I'm ready to sponsor teachers for you to take you through. And I psyche their minds. It is possible you can do it. I have 2 girls, 2 boys. My first boy, did science. He's now a 3rd-year student doing computer science. The second girl is doing medicine. The 3rd girl is doing medicine. The 4th boy is doing science.
You are
No,
privileged.
you're not privileged. You can do it.
National policy.
Cycle their mind.
It might be a national policy.
Yes, but if government is not ready, as parents,
that is what our
budget is.
We have to leave it
Because
here.
I agree with you. Do you agree marketing? Who should produce for you to market?
Our time is up. We have to leave it here. But happy birthday to you, Nicholas Atta. Nick is with us. We call him the Nicky Experience. Happy birthday to you. We wish you well. And there's a belated one to Hefron Abuaje, a partner with PwC Ghana. Your hard work and dedication is appreciated.
My boss, Mr. Totobi Kwache. And
oh,
also Ambassador Kwesi Ahoy. Right. You know, Ambassador Kwesi Ahoy is 79, was 79 3 days today. Wow. And Abu Totobi Kwache was 70 last Tuesday.
Congratulations to the two of them. We wish them well. This one is a belated one to Hefron Abuaje, a partner with PwC Ghana. And the message says, your hard work and dedication is appreciated. Keep being you. May this new year be the best yet. Hope you had a good day. Peace, shalom. We'll take leave of you, but the show continues after this. Don't go away.
Brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Polytank we did.
Polytank, Papa no Asa.
Love the Premier League? Your DSTV premium subscription could get you there in real life, Charlie. Stay connected for your chance to watch the Premier League live. Man U versus Man City at Old Trafford or Arsenal versus Man U in London. Stay connected to score with DSTV Premium. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Obey late.
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the block, she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter what you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, Mommy, a simple direction. Mr. Good Luck no check me way.
Yeah, man. Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompts. Yes. And then boom. Confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like 7.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, baby, our family pay before December, may release a motivational album. Patapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
You get bad mind, no be say you be baddest. Come on, what tell
Buria, say dear, if you see Conan Yankasa, Enti, Kanena near Bosili, Madame Yashan, Nina, Akem, a nice boy enterprise. As a big control say, what's you fear ye? We hear POP ceiling papa, with many design, plaster board installation, TV unit design, a casino kitwa, and Italian a hoodwina, or baking neat at the amount. Afi, was sounds you painting, into a damn be a was here, for Fred a nice boy enterprise. You will paint in the comma at the amount. Afi, window designs be ya in Nabi, a Biana would dream say, Ubesifi, the Fina Ubesi and so on. Who here dear Subi Mada, a nice boy enterprise, SCT, say residential and a commercial construction. Afi, where renovation and remodeling, surveying be a open or by a comma at the amount. Afi, architectural designs I call Chico my buyer and the drawing plans were by any needs at the amount. Minia Berima, Mamma come for a nice boy enterprise and for more. It's all say, when him did, and in sound your fair. Come on, NT, so open name of Mabu Bosunina, Ejumadia, a nice boy enterprise. No show needs locating a nice boy enterprise. Our Tantra Hill, Amasamai, and the Ablikuma, Canada Junction, so open Shimwa, Fred 034 611 3461. A nice boy enterprise. Wunimte Ankasa.
Ghana, get ready! AgriFair 2025 is gonna be extraordinary this November. Fresh farm produce, fish, poultry, and livestock producers, this is your moment. Join us from Friday the 28th to Sunday the 30th of November 2025 at the A4 Southern Children's Park from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Come get your fresh produce, livestock, aquaculture, agro inputs, machinery, and innovative agri-tech solutions. Plus, don't miss our AgriFair clinics on snail farming, poultry farming, fish farming, and piggery. Call to register, but hurry. Registration closes on Friday the 21st of November 2025. Expect seasoned kebabs, farm-to-table deals, and a buzzing farmers market experience. Call 0558-973-973 to book a stand right now and also to register for the clinics.
I like pork, so I will take pork. The protein ratio is 11.5.
AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation.
I must commend City FM and Channel 1 TV for putting this together. My only wish is that it's done, twice a month, 3 times a month.
I will say the fair has taken us beyond what we even imagined.
Really?
It has exposed us to the people of Accra.
The AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by Horticulture Business Platform, Development Bank Ghana, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Gersal, Ghana Exim Bank, and Agri Impact.
Abstain. Why abstain?
I have been seeing through your shenanigans all night. I thought I told you that I didn't want to see that girl in this house again.
A mixed bag of emotions and incidents, Ghanaian family and intergenerational drama. Some not so good.
That boy, that womanizer. You are old enough. I would like you to man up.
In other cases, not so bad.
So does he see in her that he's not seeing in me? Look at me.
Eugene and Anekia made their choice.
You won't believe what Pam and Anekia have done to me.
Watch out for So, a brand new series from GH Media Productions. So, premiering on Thursday, 20th November at 7:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensah.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensah.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel 1 TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel 1 TV and let's grow together.
everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Hi, how are
welcome.
you?
I'm thriving. I'm happy. I'm excited.
What's making you so happy, excited, thriving, and all that?
You know, sometimes, you know the way people can enter into like bouts of like malaise, you know, uncertainty, you know, indifference. The other days you just wake up and you're bubbly. You're just grateful for life. You're grateful for every other opportunity. You're grateful for like all the people around you, your family, your friends, the work you have, the colleagues at work. You know, it's just one of those days.
Well, that's a very positive attitude,
Exactly.
especially for it being, you know, the Men's International Month yesterday, International Men's Month. International Men's Day.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Okay, so it's the reason why they do that, like the No Shave November, right?
I think so, yeah.
All right.
So it's actually a very nice thing to hear, especially for the fact that men are very silent with their struggles. But it's nice to hear that, you know, you are in a positive spirit.
I'm so excited. I mean, and I'm just grateful for, like I said, for life, for everything, and of course, you know, for every other beautiful thing I see around, including yourself. I mean, let me say.
Thank you, Jude.
Yeah.
But I'm also excited to be here, and we want to say welcome to each and every one of you.
Yeah.
As you all know, Nana Tufo started the show, and now we are going to take you from now to 11 o'clock on a jolly good ride of entertainment, information, interviews, and even talks about your health, and a lot of things that will interest you to keep the show bubbly. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Remember that you are part of the show. Send in those messages via the WhatsApp number on the screen. It could be questions, it could be birthday messages, it could be heartfelt messages to your loved ones, and even contributions to the show. Talking about birthdays, we want to say a very big happy birthday.
Big birthday.
To Nicholas Arthur.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of us. He's our cameraman, and he's also the reels guy, the guy that, you know, creates some of those reels that we see on social media. But thank you so much.
Incredibly talented.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think there's anything Nicholas can do behind the camera.
Right.
And it's like irrespective of which camera you give him. You know, you give him like give him a 2.0 megapixel.
Everything.
She will sort you out. You know.
Happy birthday, Nicole.
Yeah, happy
we
birthday,
love you.
Nicholas.
We hope you
Yeah.
enjoy your day and you stay blessed. Anyway, let's get straight into the show.
Yeah.
So we're going to be starting off with some reminders, and one of the reminders that we'll like to remind you about is no other
than the Agri Fair.
Channel 1 TV Agri Fair 2.0, like you always say. You say 2.0.
Yeah, 2.0
Yeah,
because 1.0 was like amazing, right? So we are expecting that this would also be a blast, and of course, I mean, I'm excited, and of course, the first one I was a patron, as in I was part of the organizers, and also went into shop for myself.
Oh, I shop for myself too.
Yeah, this time I'm more patron than organizer, because like I need to sort out things, you know. So
that's what I'm thinking about too.
Exactly.
I'm thinking about it. Okay, at least one day we'll be patrons.
Yeah, and the other day will be shoppers.
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, just come your numbers, come and patronize all the amazing products on display. Farm produce, right from the farm gate to the Ifa Sutherland Children's Park, for you to come and shop and get your house ready for the festive season and beyond. I have people say to me that, oh, if I saw the rice I bought in the previous edition, there's so much left, you know, so I'm not really sure. I'm like, yeah, so come and do for your next half year, and like keep it going like that, so you don't have to, you know, lose out on money, or like, of course, lose out or get ripped off, you know. So it is what it is. It's happening, and I implore, you know, everyone doing the watching right now, even if you don't do the shopping at home, like spread the word, you know, tell a friend about it. Don't be selfish that only you get to know about it, right? And I'm sure collectively we make not only we don't make only ourselves better, our household better, but you know, it's a national thing to as well.
Right,
it has a national outlook in terms of improving, you know, our economy, helping made in Ghana goods, or grown in Ghana goods,
and helping our farmers.
Very importantly.
Yeah. So we also like to remind you that the training clinics will be taking place on the 28th to the 30th of November, which is the Agri Fair dates, 28th to the 30th of November 2025. So they're going to be training clinics, and if you're wondering what you are going to be trained in or what you could possibly train in, we have fish farming, snail farming, piggery, and poultry. definitely 2026 is in the corner and you're wondering, what can I do to better myself? What's the next business I should go into? What's the side hustle I should start? And you're thinking, probably I should be in the agriculture, industry. I should get into that, but I don't know how to do all these things. These training clinics are for you. So the best thing for you to do is call the number 0558-973-973, 0558-973-973 to register for the AgriFair training clinics. And I want to say a very big thank you to our sponsors, IDH, Horticulture Business Platform, Development Bank Ghana, LCIC, Gersal, Ghana Exim Bank, and Agri Impact Limited. Thank you for holding us down always.
Absolutely, of course. We are so grateful and we want more. If you are interested in, partnering in any way, I don't think it's too late. Just reach out. I'm sure the team, has got you covered.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And we'll move on, right?
Yes. So we have the Channel One.
The Channel One News app.
Yeah.
It's big, it's exciting. There are so many interesting things happening there, let me say, from your video reels to your news updates to all of the amazing events you have there at Channel One TV and City FM. You can get it in a one-stop place, right? And this is the Channel One News app. So just download it from Google Play, go onto your phone, take the App Store, search Channel One News, the digit 1, you would see it pop up and you click on install. The app is downloading. Charlie, you are just free to go,
That's
right?
it.
So videos, photos, news updates, live streams, infographics, like everything really is sorted out for you in a one-stop place. So guys, don't miss out on this.
Right. All right. So that's it for reminders. And now it's time for us to get into the trends. What's trending? What's everybody on social media talking about? We have X, we have Facebook, and we have Instagram. All the social media platforms that you can take, even TikTok.
Snapchat. Is a red flag if you are over a certain age and you're on Snapchat every day. It is some way.
Even I feel like my pet peeve is people that ask for my snap before my number, especially if you're a man. Why are you asking for my snap before my number?
They will tell you that, can we chat in view once? Like, are you serious? Like, what do you want to say in view once that you can't say in a normal WhatsApp chat?
Sweetie, we can't do that.
But why can't you?
Let's stick to WhatsApp.
No, but why can you not, engage somebody in like a view? Like,
what are we hiding?
What is there not? Why do you want to keep track?
No, but that's the point. I'm a Christian and I'm a Virgo. And I keep track.
But why?
I keep receipts. I like receipts. All my life has been about receipts. Anyway, so let's get into the conversations. Let's start with the CAF 2025 awards. Last night was the CAF 2025 awards, and it's
football.
Yes. So we have the African Player of the Year, Ashraf Hakimi.
Absolutely well deserved. He had an incredible year with PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, and of course with Morocco, where they reached the semi-final. He played incredibly well with the team, and of course they won the treble, his club side. So I don't think that there's been any like in the aftermath of his winning, right? Because he absolutely deserved it.
Yeah.
And of course, if you come to the goalkeeper of the year, the Moroccan international Bounou also won it as well. He had an incredible World Cup. He's also done quite a bit for his club side. So congratulations to the team.
Yeah. And also for the women, we have, we also have Ghislaine Shabak, who was also named Africa Player of the Year for the women's side. And it actually makes a Moroccan double. So, and the Cape Verde coach was also rewarded. In fact, let me go through all the winners. Men Player of the Year, Ashraf Hakimi, Paris Saint-Germain and Morocco. Women's Player of the Year, Ghislaine Shabak, Al Hilal and Morocco. Men's Coach of the Year, Bobista from Cape Verde. And Men's Goalkeeper of the Year, Yassine Bounou, Al Hilal and Morocco. Those are just the teams that they play for. And Women's Goalkeeper of the Year, Chiamaka Nnadozie, Brighton and Hove Albion, and also plays for Nigeria. Men's National Team of the Year, Morocco Under-20. Women's National Team of the Year, Nigeria. Men's Club of the Year, the Pyramids from Egypt. And Men's Interclub Player of the Year, Fiston Mayel, plays for the Pyramid and also Democratic Republic of Congo. Men's Young Player of the Year, Othman Mama, Watford, and he plays for Morocco too. Women's Young Player of the Year, Doha El Madani, plays for AS FAR and also plays for Morocco. And Goal of the Year, voted by fans, is by Clement Mzizi, and it's for for young Africans versus TP Mazeba. So the Women's Coach of the Year, Interclub Player of the Year, and Club of the Year will be announced after the accumulation of the ongoing 2025 Women Africans Champions League. Congratulations to each and every one of them. But there was a bit of controversy when it comes to people who were awarded yesterday.
Well, the controversy.
So the controversy is Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu Hassan Malia was honored with an award of making great contribution to African football. And people are asking, should she be rewarded at this moment, especially when she's trying to, persecute people for dancing on TikTok?
It's so, like, let's decouple the two.
Yeah.
There's an ongoing political unrest in the country. She won an election by 98%. In the election, many people had said had credibility issues, considering that her major challenges were jailed prior to the election.
Some jailed, some run away.
Exactly, for fear of their lives. They were being oppressed. So these are reports, allegedly, and not the arrest per se, but the kind of persecution, some of these people suffered. And of course, if you win an election by 98%, it raises serious questions about the integrity of the poll, right? But with this event at CAF, it wasn't an award to her democratic credential or her governance credentials,
but her love for sports.
But her love for sports, particularly football. So we can decouple the two and say that has she really...
We can try. I can try.
Yeah. I mean, see,
I'm finding it very difficult to
there's
try.
There's football governance too, but that's like even a far-fetched group, like trying to connect the two. But the point is that has she improved the quality of the sport in Tanzania? I think that to an extent, comparatively, if you look at football in Tanzania, I think it is better than that in Ghana.
Right.
We've qualified for the World Cup, fine.
Great.
But in terms of the local league, players from Ghana leave to go to Tanzania
to play the local league.
They have impressive state-of-the-art sporting facility in a way that it wasn't the case maybe 10 years ago. So she's done some work to improve the quality of football. But the long rope would be to say that football also exists to give young people a chance.
And to empower them.
And
to give them a voice.
A voice as well. So if you're curtailing that indirectly through your governance and other decisions you make as head of state, then indirectly, you're not really looking out for young people or the youth and even older people who love their football. But that's a very long rope to look at it from. But as to whether she's improved football in Tanzania,
she did.
I think she's done a bit of work in that regard.
All right.
Maybe even better than what we have here in Ghana. So, yeah.
Wow. Anyway, congratulations to the Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu Hassan Malia. And we want to say this. Our heart still goes out to the people that might have to face the death penalty if it goes through because of a TikTok dance. Please reconsider, ma'am.
Yeah. Sure,
anyway.
She will have to because it makes no sense whatsoever.
It makes no sense for a dance. Anyway, another one, exciting one, still within the football fraternity, but this time it's not someone playing football or playing soccer. Ronaldo makes an appearance at the White House, and this has always been his dream, actually. So yesterday was the White House dinner, that was last night, and Cristiano Ronaldo was spotted in the house. He and his wife Georgina met Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States of America. So apparently it's not that he just went there by himself, because he plays for a team in Saudi Arabia. He went there as part of their delegation. So yeah, he sort of like fulfilled his dream of being in the White House. So yeah, these are some pictures, and you can see he's all laughs and all excited, like, how he's acting how we act when we see Ronaldo He's acting like that. Yeah, so he's excited. And he's a fan at this moment.
Yeah. I saw like a couple of videos, pictures prior to this. And I was really not sure whether it was like AI generated.
I thought it was AI generated.
Yeah, but these ones look really like proper.
I really thought it was AI generated.
But this is so big. These are like two huge personalities.
Yeah.
You know, individually on like accounts on social media. I'm sure like if you add up their numbers, you probably
have
like
a country.
cumulatively, like you'll be entering the billions, right? Because Ronaldo will have like over 200 on each platform. Trump himself will be hitting close to those numbers. Yeah. Right. So cumulatively, like they have like 1 billion followers.
Yes.
You know, it's
they can have their own country.
Probably.
Anyway, let's check out some of the comments that we have on social media concerning this. Hey, where is Messi?
Of course, you expect the banter to begin.
He's a good friend of the Saudi royal family. It all makes sense.
Yeah.
God doing good things. And next.
Of course, this one also says from the YTF Guna, bro is wasting his time playing football. He could be president, laugh out loud. And there's a reply that said, Cristiano about to hit Trump with the loudest. Seems like a celebration,
I know.
Right? That's his trademark celebration.
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of people have said Ronaldo, like he's transcended football now. You know, like people feel like he should hang his boots and do more.
And do something else.
Yeah.
No, because it actually gets to a time in someone's life, especially...
You outgrow.
Yeah, you outgrow where you used to be. And it's time for you to do something else, to make impact in other ways. Do you understand? Maybe maybe they want you to retire. You probably don't want to retire. Maybe it's time for you to have your own club.
You have
maybe it's time for you to do something else.
Yeah.
Because you know the thing about it is when you do not transition, when it's time to transition.
Yeah.
Like people forget you easily.
I listened to Barack one time when he said that, you know, politics and life in general really is about taking chances, right? So it's time and chance. So if the time is right and the chance appears or rears its head, you hit it. Because when it misses you, that's it.
That's it.
You know, unless God intervenes through some, you know, divine orchestration, there's really no turning back.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's same for Ronaldo as well. I don't know. I think he is arguably one of the greatest footballers there'll ever be.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just living the moment and enjoying it. And I think we should give him that.
Yeah. And we expect impact from him too.
Oh, he's doing quite a bit. I mean, he has a lot more projects going on. I've not seen a lot of it here in Africa, but he, you know, I think he's minded about the next generation of sports talent. He's also very strong on like health, on fitness, and also in his way he's inspiring.
Actually, fitness. Yeah, I believe he's really, you know, hard on
to keep
fitness.
going like that at 40. That's
telling us
insane.
to drink water instead of drinking sodas.
Yeah.
Drink water.
Ronaldo is a legend, absolute legend.
But yeah, so that's what we have on the trends. But I also like to add that the gender minister yesterday visited the woman who was assaulted, the one that we played her video 2 days ago, and had quite some conversations with her. And also there was an interview with her where she also talked about the fact that she's been going through she had been going through the issue of domestic violence for a while with that same husband, but left him. So he called her back to say, oh, one of the kids are sick. He tricked her into coming to the house, and she came, and that's when he started beating her and all that. But the sad thing about this whole story is the fact that she said she had reported to the police stations so many times, and nothing was done about the situation. There is a problem in the system. I keep saying it.
When I heard that, my heart sunk. Like I could literally feel it sink. And I'm like, what? Like, come on, guys. Like, I was dumbfounded.
I keep telling people there is a crack in the system. I am really like neck deep into this issue of sexual and gender-based violence, and I know what I'm saying when I say that. I have heard it, I have experienced it. People have called me to go and speak about it. People have told me their own problems.
Like real stories.
Real stories. I even have one in my DM right now. Her husband is on her neck. She has run away from the house. I said, okay, so go to the police. I've reported to the police, but before I got there, my husband already reported. So nobody's even taking me seriously. There is a problem. There is a crack in the system.
They hack the security system through sometimes power their affluence and even their money, right?
Yes. So there is that situation, and there is also the line of some of these people, these officers you are reporting to, are not trained to handle such situations. They don't know how to react. They don't know what's the next things to do. Do you understand?
They don't even understand.
They don't understand the magnitude. There was one that DJ Mingo played on his show on the radio. A voice note. It was a video of a young girl that was threatened with rape. Threatened with rape by her neighbor. She walked into a police station to report about it, and what was she told? She was told that, well, we watch your way, why won't you be raped?
Well, give us the backstory to this. So, this is a wife,
Yes.
supposedly,
Yes.
with a husband who's a landlord, and there are tenants in the house.
Yes.
And she had been constantly abused.
Yes, she had been constantly
physically.
abused physically. It's been going on for a long time. She's just 32 years old, and she left the house.
Wow.
And she said she's not doing this marriage thing again. I know do again. It's over. She
And
leaves.
one of the tenants.
No, and then the husband calls her to say, oh, one of the kids are sick because the kids stay with him. As she got there to attend to her kid, and that's when this whole issue started. The fighting, the beating. It started all over again. He stripped her naked and he started beating her. But one of
On the compound.
On the compound. So one of the tenants was the one that
Videoed.
made a video of the whole thing and put it out there. So with
But for the recording by the tenant, wouldn't have known.
We wouldn't have known.
Because she said that
and it's been
she's
going on
been
for a long
reporting
time.
it to the police,
Yes,
and nothing has been happening.
Yeah, and nothing happened. And when you look at the previous comments of the video, people that have lived in that house said the address of the house and said it's been happening. I know this man. I used to live in his house. This has been going on for a long time.
Is that the house where they are in right now?
No, that's not the house they're in. Oh, come on, it's not it doesn't look that posh. So it's just sad. And she showed her bruises. She showed her bruises
Yeah, I saw that.
She showed her bruises
so
and everything.
the issues are systemic, and they are
There's
structural, and it's like they are.
There's a systemic problem. Let's not lie about it.
From law enforcement.
There's a systemic
from
problem.
a social work perspective.
Everything.
Even like our gender. I
believe the gender ministry needs to do a lot more. You need to work together with everyone that is in the fight against sexual and gender-based violence. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing, but the only thing that can work is if the system is survivor-centric. Think about the survivors, not about the perpetrators.
So
it's about what the survivor is going through. It's about how to save the survivor. The system has to be survivor-centric. Focus on the survivor. If a survivor comes or a victim comes and tell you this is what happens, focus, listen to them. Don't make it about but this is it's a husband and wife thing. No, someone can actually lose their lives.
I think the police, and this is my thinking on it. The ministry need to trace. Right, so the gender ministry needs to work with the interior ministry, and they need to trace the instances where this lady reported to the police.
And she names 2 police stations.
Yes, and so that's what I'm saying. And the official response given by the police to her, and we should, I think we should get to the motive behind the lack of inaction on the police on this issue. And the second thing I'll say about this is that maybe we need to rethink our approach to what we in the past referred to as DOFSU, so Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit, right? Maybe it didn't work. When the approach to probably living with the police didn't probably work because the police, like you've rightly alluded to, don't get the nuances involved in some of these cases.
Exactly.
So we need to rethink it
because
and enhance it.
Because the way you approach sexual and gender-based violence is not the same way you approach maybe
a theft case,
or an issue with your child. No. These are adults you're talking about. These are vulnerable people that you're talking about. These are vulnerable kids that you're talking about.
And it's literally a life and death thing, right?
You don't just let it go. You don't just act like it's not your problem. It's husband and wife issues. I feel like, when we talk about sexual and gender-based violence, it even goes down to the media. how does the media report it? We see some radio stations that just
joke about
it and laugh about it and even shame the victims.
Yeah.
So and
it's predominant to some of the local speaking stations.
It's a problem.
So they have a rape story and they are making jokes about it.
Exactly.
There's no seriousness attached to it.
Exactly. And also apart from that, like even like some newspapers or even some stations, when there are issues like that, instead of protecting the victim or the survivor's face, you blur the perpetrator and then you expose the child. Why? It does not work like that. So it's a 360 thing. There needs to be work done when it comes to these issues, because it's a finicky thing. Like it's very meticulous. You think it's easy, but it's not easy. And imagine stripping a whole adult, 32 years, naked. So he actually said he bought the clothes for her. That's why he stripped her naked.
He's an idiot.
He bought the clothes for her.
I'm sorry.
So you see, so like I'm excited we're talking about this, because the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence is right in the corner, November 25th, and I feel like people need to tell their stories. We need to give a platform for survivors to talk. Do you understand? And when you do that, it empowers the next person and actually disempowers the perpetrators. They don't do it again. In fact, I think there should be a sex offender registry in the country. Yes, let's have their name in the database. So if we type your name, we'll know that this is what you do. Nobody will want to work with you. Nobody will do anything with you. It's important that we have this. Other developed countries have it. They have a sex registry. There's a database of all the people that have committed offenses like this. So if we have this kind of thing, everybody will sit up and respect themselves. Anyway, that's it for trends though. And we hope this woman gets the needed help that she needs. But we have some comments on this issue. Let's check out the comments. It's better to be single than to be in a toxic relationship. And this is from Amigonya. Dorcas Miracle Kudwa says, oh, whatever being the case, you shouldn't do this to your fellow human being. Ladies and gentlemen, don't ignore the red flags. Sound mind is better than anything. Peter Waja, so is the man walking free right now? I wish I could meet him down the streets of Afanko. No, he's actually been taking care of the police. He's in custody with them. And Akugri Rashid said, I can now say the minister has woken up from her slumber. Beautiful seeing her there. I mean, she's trying her best. Yeah, so that's it. That's it. Anyway, let's check out the video of the day and then we'll continue the show.
No! Don't do this! Don't do this!
Mombari Nanga. God have mercy upon us. Tongo, yeah. Mombari Nanga. God have mercy upon us. Tongo, yeah. Mombari Nanga. God have mercy upon us. Tongo, yeah. Mombari Nanga. God have mercy upon us. Tongo, yeah. Mombari Nanga. God have mercy upon us. Tongo, yeah. Mombari Nanga. God have mercy upon us. Tongo, yeah. Mombari Nanga. God have mercy upon us. Tongo.
Jude.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes way. That's his
no
own
way.
That's his own way of eating it. But you know, Jude, this actually reminds me of a.
I want to guess where he's from.
Wait, no, this actually
and
reminds
your guess is as good as mine.
It reminds me of a real incident. It reminds me of a real incident when we were in school. Yeah, this guy came to the hostel.
Yeah.
He was, trying to hit on, one of us, and all the girls were there. Everybody was excited and everything. And like what the girls used to do in the hostel is that usually if a guy is coming, we just, say, oh, buy pizza and everything. So this guy comes with pizza, sit down inside the room with us, and then picks up the pizza, all right? Of course, when you see the pizza is triangle, so obviously you're going to eat it. There's a particular way we eat it. But when I saw this video,
like that.
yeah, but when I saw this video, it reminded me of the guy. The guy just held it in like, there's one bread.
You don't mean it.
There's one bread they call agege bread in Nigeria, very soft. The guy squeezed the thing like. So when I saw this video,
no, the guy, you'll be surprised if it's from.
Well.
Yeah. Anyway, but no, I'm traumatized. But to be fair, it's bread and stew, right?
It's bread and stew, but why are you doing the bread like ever?
Oh God. Charlie, guys, let's take out the screen. I don't find we should traumatize people anymore this morning.
No, I've actually experienced it, so this is not a shock to me. But not that he was tossing it on any stew or anything, but he just squeezed the whole thing like a
It makes no sense.
Anyway, guys, that's the video of the day. It was just to put smiles on your face. But right now we're going to cross over to LWAC Stadium. Well, we are going back to the Ghana military recruitment event, and we know that last week some lives were lost when this took place, but since it started again, let's check out what's happening there. Our colleague Fauzu Masawudu is on the ground right now, so let's get to talk to him and know what's going on there and how it's going.
Hi, Fauzu. Good morning and welcome to Breakfast Daily. Hello, Fauzu. If you can hear me, good morning and welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Hi, Jude. Good morning.
I trust you're well.
I can hear you, Jude. Thank you very much.
Yes, great.
Absolutely.
What's the current mood like at the LWAC Sports Stadium where you're currently stationed? Of course, we know why this event is happening again, the reason why it was paused and why now it's had to be redone. What can you report differently from what you initially witnessed during last week's process?
Well, Jude, it's largely a calm atmosphere. The reason which can largely be attributed to some reforms that were introduced, ahead of the resumption of the military recruitment exercise here in the Greater Accra region. At the LWAC Stadium here, a number of candidates have trickled in to ensure that they go through the process. I got here as early as 5:40 a.m. and at the time I arrived, these candidates had come here in their numbers. I can confirm to you that security is heavy here. No, we know that the Ghana Armed Forces earlier announced that they're going to have this exercise in batches and that candidates are only expected to report to the various centers on their scheduled day. And today, the military hierarchy ensuring that that is complied to. When you get to the entrance, they will verify whether or not you are indeed scheduled to be at the LWAC Stadium today. And then there is a waiting space. From the waiting space, you are directed to a place where your details would be verified, and then you go through the other procedures. I want to engage one of the officers. She's actually the director of protocol for the Ghana Armed Forces, Colonel Evelyn Asamoah, who has been here since dawn when I arrived, monitoring the exercise to ensure that everything is in place. Colonel, good morning, and you are live on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1.
Yes, good morning, and welcome to LWAC.
Yes, thank you very much. So far, so good?
So far, so very, very good. You can see for yourself. So very good. Everything is going on smoothly, and honestly, it's the best.
Right. For those who are watching at home, for the candidates who are watching at home and are yet to come here, run them by what they should expect when they get here. What are the various, points of contact?
Well, I wouldn't say this. We have 5 centers, different centers, and this is the LWAC center, and each center has its way of demarcation, but it's almost similar. So what we do is that when you come, we put you at the holding area where we ask you to get your documents ready. Then you get to the scanning side where your summary sheet is scanned to see whether you belong to the list for the day. From there, when you qualify from that side, you move to the IT table desk where each document is verified by the information technology team. And then from there, you qualify from there, or you pass from that stage, you are then guarded or guided to the body selection area.
What's the target for today? We know that the Ghana Armed Forces earlier announced the target number for each day. Has that changed? And if it has, what's the new target?
Well, we sent a presser indicating that we're going to take care of 600 people per day. But we had information from Kumasi that they were able to do about 1,000 people. Then we realized that then we could also handle similar numbers. And even with that, we had some centers, other regions that had finished with this first phase. So we've had extra hands, that the officials who were in those regions coming down to assist us. So with these extra hands, we realized we'll be able to take care of more people. So initially with the 600 per center, we are now going for 800. And LWAC, for example, as you are seeing, we have one center, about 2 teams. So each team now is going to take care of 800. So at the end of the day, we are envisaging getting about 1,600.
600
yes, per day, for the day. Yeah.
Okay. What are some of the arrangements that the Ghana Armed Forces has also put in place to ensure, the exercise, I must confirm, has largely been peaceful and safe. But beyond what we are seeing, have you made any more arrangements to ensure the safety of these, candidates as regards water?
Yes, of course. You can see that it's very sunny. And these arrangements were made earlier on during the unfortunate incident that happened. We had this arrangement made to have a seamless exercise, but unfortunately the situation didn't allow us the moment to show the arrangements made. So we have water available. Feeding is on themselves, but water is available. Of course, people will be thirsty, especially with this hot weather. So free water is available for them. And then we have food vendors who have been accredited to sell within the space or within the premises. So you realize that at least everything is wholesome, and they have the liberty to seek permission to eat something whenever any of them feels the need for it. Yeah.
So the numbers that you are targeting here, which is 1,600 at the end of today, is the same for the other centers elsewhere?
Well, I'm saying 1,600 because we're having 2 centers. But then where at Eastern Naval Command Tema, for instance, where it's going to be just a center, we are envisaging between the 600 and 800. And then the other one center, which is the Air Force Base, Accra, in Bema Camp, also we are envisaging just about 600, 800. But in areas like Nicholson and the Training and Doctrine Command, as well as this place where we have 2 teams in a center, that's where we are going to have the number doubling. Yes. So.
Are you able to tell us how many candidates have gone through the process so far?
Okay, as of 0800, I can't say that's when I have everything. As of 0800, it's now 0945. As of 0800, we had team 2 having about 466 people in, and then team 1 having about 500. So we are still compiling the list, and then we'll update you by 1000 hours.
And you want to also confirm that no eventuality or any whatsoever has been?
Nothing so far has been recorded. No eventuality. It's just that where documents are not all right. We've had one case of forgery, and then we are handling it. That's why we have IT specialists at post deployed. So where we identify forgery, we quickly handle it because we don't want fraudsters joining us in the military.
So one of the candidates, so to speak, purported candidate, came here with forged or fake documents?
Yes, definitely. And the person has been identified, so it's been handled. Yes.
Colonel, before we go, at the end of the day, for the Ghana Armed Forces, what will be a successful, exercise for you at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, we are looking at handling or taking care of the large numbers and making sure we get the right people to join the armed forces. That's what we are looking at. Definitely we need able persons, able-bodied men and women to join the armed forces, and we want people who are eligible, who are qualified to do so. So that's what we are looking at, that the qualified persons get the opportunity to join the armed forces and achieve their dreams.
Thank you so much, Colonel. We'll speak to you as the day goes by for any updates.
Thank you very much.
Right, so Colonel Evelyn Asamoah is the director of protocol for the Ghana Armed Forces.
Interesting.
She is one of the key people or key personnel on ground ensuring that the process, is run smoothly. She's indicated that they are targeting at least 1,600 people for by the end of today, and that is because of a replication that was done in the Ashanti region. They believe that they also willed the capacity to do so, even though they had communicated earlier that they were going to register or take at most 600 candidates for today's exercise. Jude, if you can also hear me, I can tell you that earlier the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament also made a stop here at the Elwak Stadium to monitor the situation, and the committee was led by Chairperson Honorable James Agalga, who is also a Member of Parliament for Bulsa North. They alluded to the fact that indeed it's largely been tranquil. He commended the Ghana Armed Forces and the entire military hierarchy for ensuring that the process so far has been something good to indeed write home about. I also sought from him whether or not he believed that the reforms that has necessitated the level of tranquility in his words are anything to go by in the future. And he indicated to me that indeed the Defense and Interior Committee would have an engagement with the Chief of Defense Staff and the military hierarchy to sort of codify or legislate these reforms to make it a sort of blueprint for future recruitment into the country's military architecture. Jude.
Interesting. So, Fauzo, if you can hear me again, we've seen that beyond the committee, the Defense and Interior Committee's visit to the grounds where this is happening, we've seen some other senior officials also there from the military. Can you explain to us? Hello, Fauzo. Yes, I'm saying that. Can you explain to us some of the other processes they've put in place that makes?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, I'm saying what are the other interventions put in place that makes today's process much seamless than what it was before?
Yeah, so Jude, like Colonel Evelyn Asamoah indicated earlier, some of these measures were actually put in place the last time that the unfortunate incident happened, but except that the numbers weren't, controlled as they were supposed to. But today, everything indeed will boil down to effective coordination. The Ghana Armed Forces, we know, announced earlier that you must only show up at the center on your scheduled day, and they are keeping to it today. In fact, even the media, you need accreditation to access certain parts of the registration center. And so, aside coordination, the Ghana Armed Forces has also made visibly present here their officers. I can number close to over 30 military men or men in uniform who are manning affairs here on the ground. There is also an ambulance which has been stationed somewhere behind me for obvious reasons. And when you the various partitions that have also been made also makes it easier for the candidates to navigate through the registration center here. The Colonel Evelyn indicated that there are two teams at the Elwak Center, Team A and Team B. Where Team A uses to where they are supposed to register is different from where Team B uses, and this is essentially to control, the flow of traffic, so to speak. So there wouldn't be any case of persons having to gather at one place only just to navigate, and access where they are supposed to report for the actual registration. So, Jude, the partitions have been made to ensure proper, movement by these candidates. There's also been provisions for emergency responses, and indeed the heavy presence of men in uniform here to deter any wrongdoing. And also the Director of Protocol confirmed to us on live television reported candidates came to the center with fake documents, and she indicated that the person is in the grip of authority and they are handling the situation in their own way.
Finally, we are also being told that about 600 persons are expected to be recruited today. Can you give us an overview, an estimate of the numbers there? You know, or altogether, should the process conclude, how many applicants are expected to throng to the Elwak Sports Stadium for the process?
That's what the director of protocol indicated in my interview with her earlier. She mentioned that they were targeting 600 candidates, but due to the capacity, their level of capacity, they have confirmed now, they believe strongly that they can do beyond 600. So when you come here at the Elwak Stadium, there are two teams, Team A and Team B. Each team has 800 candidates, and so at the end of the day they are targeting 1,600 candidates to go through today's process. So it's gone past just 600. And so far she's confirmed to us that one team has had over 500 while the other has had over 400. That was some hours ago, so we should be inching close to 1,000, you know, so far.
Right. Thank you for your time this morning, Fauzu Masawood. He's our man on the ground at the Elwak Sports Stadium, following keenly the developments at the ongoing Ghana Armed Forces recruitment. Of course, today's event follows the really tragic one that happened last week, where 6 people lost their lives, you know, under very, very unfortunate circumstances. We are being told that the processes being put in place to ensure that the recruitment process goes on smoothly is much revamped, and also other structures have been put in place to ensure that what happened the last time doesn't recur, and so far so smooth. You have been told that everything is going on smoothly. The Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament, led by the chair, Honorable James Agauga, together with other senior members of the committee, including Dr. Zanetor, including Peter Tobu, they were there to monitor, you know, the process as it unfolded. So, Chris, good news, but of course, the point is that did we have to lose 6?
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
You know, to get something like this running. Well, it makes me wonder.
Yeah, it makes everybody wonder, actually. And that's what happens when you are not proactive, or when you refuse to forecast situations or events before actually organizing them. Because forecasting is part of the process of organizing, you know, stuff. But then again, it's nice to see that there is order, and it looks spacious today. Yeah. It looks spacious, and it's beautifully organized. That's what I can say for now. But good luck to each and every one of them.
Absolutely.
And I don't really get it when someone comes. You're coming for a military screening, and then you are bringing fake documents in their zone. Yeah. Come on.
I know you should do better. I really appreciate and respect their resolve to serve the country. You know, these people put their lives in harm's way for our sake all the time. Whether they are conducting operations here, whether they are, you know, on boats looking for, you know, victims of what happened in Akosombo, for example, the dam spillage. Yeah. You know, whether a regiment is constructing a footbridge somewhere, or whether they are literally just protecting us after a violent clash. They put themselves in harm's way for our sake all the time. So we wish them well in their quest to be a part of this really respectable unit. Consistently, the Ghana Armed Forces has been seen or perceived to be the most credible, or, you know, or institution where a lot of these corruption allegations or perceived to be generally transparent. If you look at the Afrobarometer reports, you know, each year the presidency, especially in the last administration, kept going on a downward trajectory. Yeah. But for some reason, the military seems to be like doing fairly well in terms of public trust. You know, so we expect them to maintain such high standards. You know, in terms of public perception, in terms of, you know, all that we know them or they are known to do. So we wish them well in the process.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, the show continues.
Sir, all I want this holiday
is special family time.
Whenever you come around family, you can find love.
To go on an adventure.
Tickets to every game.
Some giggles.
And a puppy.
Let's go!
Yippee!
This holiday, simply stay connected and get all you want on DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm
the second coming.
Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hush, star 712 hush. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia, be luckiest. From not the pure cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. Nobody know why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hey.
Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer. I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, simple direction. Mr. Good Luck no check me well.
Yeah, man. Easy qua. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
How much baby?
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompt. Yes. And then boom. Confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like 7.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, baby, our family payment seminar. Before December, maybe release a motivational album. Fatapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Ghana, get ready! AgriFair 2025 is gonna be extraordinary this November. Fresh farm produce, fish, poultry, and livestock producers, this is your moment. Join us from Friday the 28th to Sunday the 30th of November 2025 at the Ifo Sutherland Children's Park from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Come get your fresh produce, livestock, aquaculture, agro inputs, machinery, and innovative agri-tech solutions. Plus, don't miss our AgriFair clinics on snail farming, poultry farming, fish farming, and piggery. Call to register, but hurry. Registration closes on Friday the 21st of November 2025. Expect seasoned kebabs, farm-to-table deals, and a buzzing farmers market experience. Call 0558-973-973 to book a stand right now and also to register for the clinics.
I like pork, so I will take pork. The protein ratio is 11.5.
AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation.
I must commend City FM and Channel 1 TV for putting this together. My only wish is that it's done, twice a month, 3 times a month.
I will say the fair has taken us beyond what we even imagined.
Really?
It has exposed us to the people of Accra.
The AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by Horticulture Business Platform, Development Bank Ghana, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Gersal, Ghana Exim Bank, and Agri Impact.
everyone, you're welcome to Doctor in the House, and I'm excited to be here with you. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the show I like to call the consultation before the real consultation, because we get to talk about everything that concerns our health. You get to learn new stuff. You even learn how to manage whatever that you are going through, and we do all this by inviting a doctor in the house to break everything down. So today we are going to be looking at a topic that a lot of men shy away from. But before we get into that topic, I'd like to remind you that it's Diabetes Awareness Month, if you didn't know, and also it's International Men's Day. Oh, yesterday was International Men's Day. So what we're going to be talking about is something that a lot of men shy away from, because it's actually important for their overall health and their confidence. This is how diabetes affects a man's sexual and reproductive health. And to help us break it down and understand all this, and also help men not to shy away from it and also get help, is Dr. Kelvin Owusu, who's a wellness consultant at Violet Medical Center. Doc, you are welcome.
Thank you, Chris.
It's nice to see you again. It's like saying Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, everything that we've not said this year. It's been a long time, Doc.
It's been a long while.
Doc, how are you?
Very well, very well.
All right. So anyway, if you're just joining us, or if you're watching, remember that you can actually send your questions to the number on your screen, and the doctor will get to answer it. And all these questions should be around diabetes. So because we're talking about how diabetes affects a man's reproductive and sexual health. Doc, let's get straight into it.
All right.
All right. First of all, what is diabetes?
Okay, so it's a condition where your body is unable to handle sugar, to put it simply. You know, whatever you eat, everything you eat is converted to sugar. Sugar is the fuel that your body burns to produce anything. So when you are walking, it's actually your muscles depend on the sugar that is being pumped in there as a source of energy. Now, when it gets to a point where your body is not able to push the sugar into where it's needed, and so the sugar stays in the blood, then we say you have diabetes. So there are different types of diabetes. You know, there's type 1, type 2, and there's even a type 3, which is
it new?
No, it's not new. It's a subset of the type 2. So type 1 is where the body is not able to produce insulin at all because of a problem with the pancreas. And it tends to be from childhood, or at least it's usually diagnosed very early. You know, in life. It can be diagnosed a bit later, but predominantly diagnosed very early. You know, it's an autoimmune disease. You know.
Okay, so type 1 is autoimmune.
Type 1 is mostly autoimmune.
Oh,
yes.
I get it.
And the body is not able to produce insulin at all. You know, so then they are insulin dependent. So another name for type 1 is insulin dependent diabetes. Okay. Then there's type 2, which is the reason why we are here. Because that is the lifestyle
disease.
Yes, diabetes. And it usually happens so the pancreas is functioning. In fact, in most type 2 diabetics, the pancreas is actually overworking. But then there's something called insulin resistance, where the insulin, even though the pancreas is producing a lot of insulin.
Let me stop you there. You said the type 1 has to do with insulin still?
Yes. So diabetes has to do with insulin.
Okay, both, right.
So basically type 1 is that your body is not producing enough insulin or no insulin at all, because the pancreas is either destroyed by autoimmune as an autoimmune process, or it's in the process of being destroyed. You know, then there's type 2 where the body is producing insulin, and in some cases even producing a lot of insulin. So there's a hyperinsulin state. But the insulin is not being effective because of other issues. You know.
So it's hyper producing insulin, but it's not effective.
Yes, and the reason why it's hyper producing insulin is because the normal level of insulin is not able to push the sugar into where it's needed. So it's trying to produce a lot more insulin, hoping to overcome the challenge. You know, so that's why we call it insulin resistance. So there's something preventing the insulin from working. So the response of the pancreas is, let me produce more insulin so that if it can overcome that resistance, then the sugar level can come down. You know, and so that's one of the reasons why it's called lifestyle is because obesity is one of the triggers.
So you're basically not born with it?
No, you're not born with type 2 diabetes. It develops depending on the kind of lifestyle you are living. You know, so fat is responsible for the insulin resistance. So the more fat you have, the higher the level of insulin resistance. You understand? And so that is how type 2 diabetes tends to develop.
But I also realized something. I have diabetes in my family. type 2. So yes, I know type 2 diabetes. And they usually says, if one person has it, then everybody has to be careful that it can be hereditary.
Yes, I mean, you
Why?
know, in medicine, we say common things are common. And if it runs in a family, you know, it runs in a family.
Right.
So if somebody develops, whether type 1, type 2, or even type 3 diabetes, the probability that another person in that same genetic pool will develop it is also high.
Right.
You know,
right.
so yes, if your parents, especially if it's a first degree relative, so first degree relative is a parent or a sibling.
Yeah.
So if a parent has it, your risk is very, very high.
Right, right.
But there's an environmental component as well. You know, because if, for instance, the type 2 diabetes is developed as a result of obesity, let's say the mother is obese. If the mother is obese, it probably means that she has certain habits that make her obese. The children are going to learn from those habits.
Right.
So then the children are also going to become obese. So then the children also now develop type 2 diabetes. So yes, there's a genetic component, but there's also an environmental component as well. Because there are people in families where diabetes is prevalent who, by taking good care of themselves, making sure that they stay within a certain weight limit, they have not developed the type 2 diabetes. So yes, even though there's a genetic component, there is an environment. The environmental aspect is also heavy in how the diabetes will develop eventually.
All right. So now, when we talk about fat in the body, or someone being obese, we know, there's the issue of BMI and you visibly see the person that I don't need to tell you that you're obese. You are obese. You don't need to tell me you are fat. You know, I'm sorry to say it like that, but you know, you can visually see it, and there is that
you can see the diabetes coming.
You can see that. See, you need to take care of yourself, and there is that of the BMI, which you can't really see, because I know someone that was diagnosed to be pre-diabetic, but there's no fat. So how does that work?
Okay, so like I said, there are several risk factors. Obesity is a major risk factor, but it's not the only risk factor.
Right.
I mean, I mentioned a genetic component as well. So it could be that this one is from genetics, you know, it runs in the family. So whether you are big, small, medium, you will develop it. So it depends on a few things.
Right.
Sometimes it could even be medication that the person is taking that has resulted in the diabetes. So we need to figure out what is going on. And that is why it's not, you can't just say that because my sister is diabetic and she's taking X medication, me too, I'll take X medication for my diabetes. No, because they are different. Everybody is different, and what is causing yours might be different from what is causing the other person. So you need to have your own customized plan. We don't share diabetes treatments. You know.
That's very nice to hear, because that's very nice to hear. No wonder some people take insulin.
Exactly.
Some people take that, and some people do this.
Some people even manage their diabetes with diet.
Yes.
But you cannot do that because maybe yours is a bit more severe than that person's own is. So I mean, you go in and have your own evaluation, and then let us know what we can do for you.
Right. All right. So let's now get into the, issue of the day.
Yes.
How does diabetes actually affect the male's, sexual health?
Okay.
In general terms.
So let me start by saying that a lot of men get it wrong. We think that sexual performance has to only do with the penis. So you see a lot of men going around looking for either something to enhance their erection, something to make them last longer. But we forget that the erection is part of the man. And so the man must be healthy to have good erection. If the man is not fit, you don't expect your body to prioritize your erection over your heart, for instance. So yes.
So it's about priorities to your body.
Of course. Your body will protect your life first.
Before thinking of down there.
Exactly. Procreation is secondary.
Right.
You understand? So if you are not healthy as a person, you cannot expect to last long. And that's why we hear stories of men who were in the middle of the action and then they passed out, had a stroke, and then they died.
Yeah.
You understand? And
that's
so
one scary incident.
Yes,
that I never wanted to experience in Jesus. Sorry, that I'm very imaginative. So I can imagine a lot of things. I'm like, oh, when that happened.
No, but it's true. So as a man, you need to be healthy. Diabetes is a disease that affects every part of your body, literally from your head to your toes.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if you do not treat the diabetes well, or if you don't get your blood sugar under control, the damaging effect is catastrophic.
Right.
And one of the areas that will suffer is your penis, your physical penis, and then its ability to perform its function.
All right, so would we say it's the high blood sugar levels can damage the blood vessels?
That's one way.
On the penis.
That's one way. So it damages the blood vessel through a process called atherosclerosis.
Atherosclerosis.
It's not an easy word to pronounce.
I've heard this word before. You've said it before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Atherosclerosis.
See, I can't be a doctor. I can only do this show, but I can't be a doctor.
So you need to understand that erection is basically blood that is pushed into the penis, and then something closes the pipe, and the blood stays in the penis. Ooh. You understand? So you must.
So it's just blood.
It's blood
that makes the whole thing hard.
It's just blood.
Okay.
So now the blood vessels then must be in a good condition so that they can adequately expand or cause the penis to
do its
erect.
thing, yeah.
So now if the blood vessels have a challenge, and that's why atherosclerosis comes in, atherosclerosis will narrow the blood vessels. So first of all, not enough blood will even go into the penis to begin with. So that is why your erection will not be as strong or as hard, in quotes.
So if it's not as strong, do you term it to be erectile dysfunction?
Well, it's all erectile dysfunction because if your erection is supposed to be 10 and I are getting 5, it's a dysfunction. So you understand? So the atherosclerosis will limit how much blood even goes into the penis, and it also limits how fast the blood will go into the penis. So you are going to have two problems. You are going to have so the man will come and complain. I want to have sex. I mean, it's morning TV, so you have to be careful.
Yeah.
But I want to have sex. It takes me longer to get an erection, and when I do get the erection, it's not as hard, and so it doesn't last long. You see, so that's the series of events, and it's all because of the problem where the blood vessel has become stiff and narrowed because of atherosclerosis, which is aggravated by diabetes.
Wow.
So that's one way of doing that. The second way is that the high sugar, when the sugar gets into the blood, it's supposed to go into the muscles where it will be used to move your body around. But now the insulin is the key that opens the door for the sugar to enter. Insulin is struggling, so the blood sugar is staying in the blood. Now, there's a process of osmosis where now the sugar is forced, because the concentration has become a lot, it's forced into the skin, and once it gets into the skin, it begins to kill the nerves. You understand? And it is these nerves that would then stimulate the erection to occur. So if the nerves are dead, you cannot have an erection.
So if we look at it here,
those are the causes. So
you just mentioned blood vessel factor, and now you're talking about nerves.
Yeah. You understand? So if the nerves are dead because the sugar has killed it, then you're not going to have an erection. Even if you had your partner ready for all the action, it's not going to happen because the nerves are dead. Now, the nerves dying is most of the time irreversible, so we don't want you to get to that point at all.
So now, okay, you don't want the person to get to that point at all. But now, what if this person does not even know that they have diabetes?
And
they
that
don't have
the problem.
You see, they don't have the habit of going to the hospital, but they have experienced. I used to be a 10. Now the 10 is at a 6. Should I be worried?
Of course, you should be worried. I mean, of course. Let's juxtapose this with the fact that naturally, as you grow older, your performance will decline as a function of age. I mean, when you were a child, you were running 100 meters and it wasn't a big deal. You finish the race and you can still run another 100 meters. Now you are in your 40s, 50s, 60s. You can barely do 50 meters and you'll be panting. You understand? So naturally, there's a decline as you grow older.
Okay.
So so we need to separate that from the sudden decline as a result of problem. So now, okay, so you are married, you're doing very well. Suddenly, you notice that in the past 3 months, you can't seem to get an erection. What's going on?
Okay, you can't seem to get an erection. What about in the situation that they're with, doing the do, and it comes down? That's also part of it.
It depends. So now,
I'm asking the questions that a lot of people want to ask, but they can't ask. So they're in the middle of the action.
Yes.
It was, 100%.
Now it's gone.
And just and the woman is just like
waiting. So then that comes to the psychological factors as well. You see, now a diagnosis of diabetes can be traumatizing for a man, in fact for anybody, because suddenly somebody who you saw yourself as a fit gentleman, you are in your mid 40s, mid 50s, you are just about to hit the peak of your career. Now you have diabetes. It can be earth shattering because now you take medicine every day. So thinking about all this stress, all the pressure, all the discomfort of having to remember to take medication can present a psychological stress which can also affect performance, because you know that sex is not just a physical act of going in and you know doing the do. It's also a psychological thing where you have to prepare yourself mentally, you know. And so if there's something causing stress, additional stress, it can disrupt your sex life.
Right.
And having said that, your body's interpretation of stress is the same regardless of the source of the stress. So whether you are broke financially,
it's still it can still affect everything.
It works through hormones, you know. Then this also that brings us to hormonal factors, you know. So these stress hormones, when you are broke, that's not when you think of having sex.
Exactly. Even women.
Exactly. And it's not just your decision that I don't want to have sex because I'm broke.
It's just the mental.
It's the mental and the hormone acting, telling you that there's something more important than sex right now. So go and find the money before you come and have the sex. So that's how your body is wired. And so this can disrupt your performance as well. So that's where all these 4 things come in.
And that's why it's important to go to the hospital.
Of course. And that's it's important to have checkups, because you see, diabetes, even though unlike hypertension, which has no symptoms initially, diabetes does have some symptoms, but sometimes the symptoms are so subtle. You know, so for instance, you are waking up in the night, you urinate like 2-3 times. For a lot of people, it's kind of normal. Especially they will tell you that I drink a lot of water. So then at which point do you realize that the 3 times is now abnormal? Unless you have gone for a checkup, you may not know. But of course, if you are waking up to urinate 5-6 times a night, then it means that there's a problem. But where it's on the borderline, 3 times, it's not such a big deal. So you can be in that state of urinating 3 times a night for a long time, and all that while it was diabetes that was developing. You see, but if you are having regular checkups once every year, once every 6 months, you could pick up that something is changing. Let me start working on it. So, for instance, a diagnosis of pre-diabetes is very important, because when you are pre-diabetic, you don't need medication.
It can reverse.
I
actually have a friend that reversed that.
And
we had a whole celebration because her mom died from that.
Yes, pre-diabetes is a very, very important diagnosis, because at that point you know that if I am able to change this and do
my diet, it
will reverse and I'll become normal. But if you wait for the diabetes itself to develop, to start proper, then we are getting into problems. We are getting into areas of complication, and we don't want to get there. But because, like I said, some of the damage is irreversible.
All right. So now let's still on the sexual health of a man. Can diabetes actually affect your sperm quality?
Of course.
Fertility.
Of course.
And ejaculation.
It can.
Hey, then God was good with my dad, though. No. I'm actually sharing this as a personal experience, because after he was diagnosed with diabetes, some kids came again. So how does it happen?
But it must have been under control, because all we are talking about is when it's not properly controlled.
Right.
Because we are talking about men, and men are already stubborn.
Very stubborn. They don't go to the hospital.
Research has shown men won't go to the hospital, and when they do go to the hospital, they won't follow through with their treatment
at all.
So
they don't finish the medication.
Exactly.
Oh, he says okay. I've taken 2. I feel good.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is how the problems begin. So all that we are saying is that if you have diabetes and the blood sugar is poorly controlled, this is a big possibility. You could have erectile dysfunction, and it could actually affect the quality of your sperm. It's not only women that are responsible for infertility.
Yeah.
Men, in fact, increasingly we are discovering that a lot of infertility is actually due to the man. You understand?
Wow.
And diabetes is one of the contributors to infertility, because the sugar is high. It gets into the semen.
Yeah.
The sperm need a certain pH to function. If the pH is disrupted by the excess sugar in there, it can affect the quality of your sperm. You have sperms with 2 heads, 3 tails. They are useless sperm.
I know.
We just need 1 head and 1 tail, and it moves forward with purpose. If the semen is too thick, for instance, because of high concentration of sugar, the sperm cannot move. So how is it going to fertilize the egg? So diabetes, like I said,
when it's too thick, can they see that it's too thick?
It will be difficult to see. It'll be very difficult to see. And even if you saw it, how would you know? Because you don't know what normal consistency is supposed to be.
I know.
You see,
because you hear people say, "Oh, I'm very healthy."
No. It's a state of mind.
All right, Doc, we actually have a comment here. This is a very critical conversation you are having. Thank you. Doctor, I'm 60 and my manhood has shrunk and I urinate a lot. Does it mean I could be diabetic?
I mean, at 60, definitely diabetes is one of the things that I'll consider. Prostate problems is also another thing that we can consider as well because of the excessive urination. But when you see this shrinking of penis thing, it's something that is, people say a lot, but it's also difficult to prove. You see, because for a lot of men, until they feel they have a problem, they don't even pay attention to the size of their penis to begin with. But suddenly when they have a problem, yes, I mean, first of all, most men don't even know how to measure their penis. So they go around mentioning figures that they really have no clue what is going on.
Dog! They mention some things, and then when you take a tape to mention, like, and I'm like, do you know what you're talking about?
8 inches and all of that.
You do not need all that to enter one soil. You don't need all that.
Yes.
You know, as a human being, except you are something else.
I know.
Right. So now what you're saying, what I'm hearing you say is that it's actually important for you to know your body as a human being. Like
Very
how
important.
we always advise women to have a relationship with their breast and their intimate part to know what it looks like. So when there's a problem, they can actually tell.
Yeah.
So you're saying the same thing to the men.
Oh yes, I mean, it's important that as a man you know yourself as well, because for instance, I mean, women have breast cancer to deal with, men also have testicular cancer to deal with, you know, but most men have not even examined their own testes before, you know, so if there's a problem with the testes, they wouldn't know until probably it's gone on and it's causing complications, you see. And so if you know yourself, then you know when there's actually a problem. You see, because if you come and you say my penis has shrunk, then the question is, how do you know? You know, what was the original and what is it now? Because if you're meeting me for the first time, it will be very difficult for me to know whether it has actually shrunk, become smaller or not, you know.
Because I don't know you.
Exactly.
I'm not your doctor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so it's important that we pay attention to our bodies, even as men.
All right, so the advice you're giving to this person that sent the message is that, yeah, you can go to the hospital.
No, he needs to go to the hospital.
All right.
Yes. And let me also chip in, since this shrinking penis came up, obesity is something that can also give you that impression, because there's a lot of
fat.
Exactly. So it can swallow the length of the penis as well. So if you have a lot of fat in your pubic area, your penis may appear smaller, even though in fact nothing, it's still the same size, but now because the fat has grown around the pubic area, the length has been swallowed up a bit. So people who sometimes complain of these things, when they lose weight, they realize that, oh, okay, so it's still as it was. So weight loss is a big part of healthy living, actually.
All right, so someone actually says that, Doc, is it true that it's only older men or older people that get diabetes?
If you had asked me this question maybe 10, 15 years ago, I'd have said yes, but now not the case. We have been getting children developing type 2 diabetes because of childhood obesity.
That's lifestyle.
You know? Yes, so it's a lifestyle disease. Right now, diabetes type 2 is a lifestyle disease. And so depending on how you're living your life, your risk of developing diabetes type 2 will catch up with you faster. You know, so if you lack of physical activity, for instance, eating a lot of junk food, these two alone contribute to most of the obesity, you know. And now a lot of processed food as well. Even at home, we are eating a lot of processed food, white flour, white sugar,
white pasta, white rice,
everything
white,
and a lot of oils as well, and reusing oil, you know. Reusing oil. Some of us are using oil, the same oil 5, 6, 10 times, you know, and those who also buy food out from outside, you know, the oil has not been changed in the past 1 month. They just top up. You know, it's like the way the taxi drivers do their oil change. They just go and when the levels drop, they top up. So the oil has not been changed. It's the same oil. They just pour a little bit inside and then, you know, make up the volume. So they'll be using that same oil to fry the plantain, to fry the fish, to fry whatever. And then we go and buy these things. So all this is contributing to the bad health effects or the bad health that we are experiencing today.
All right, so Doc, before I let you go, what advice would you give to any man right now when it comes to diabetes, especially people who do not know that I could be pre-diabetic, I could be actually having diabetes. So what's the advice you would give them?
Well, the first thing is regular checkup. At least once a year, you should go for a checkup. I mean, ideally twice a year, but at least once a year, go for a checkup, and that checkup should include a blood sugar evaluation. Then if you are diabetic, you need to take your medication. You understand? At the point where you are diagnosed as diabetic, that's not when you go and do the lifestyle changes. You need to start the medication and the lifestyle changes simultaneously.
Yeah.
If you are pre-diabetic, however, then lifestyle changes first. If the diabetes progresses, then we put your medication. If it reverses, hey, great, that's it. You know. And let's also pay attention to our diet as men, our regular diet. Even if you are not diabetic, we need to pay attention to what we are actually eating. A lot of the time, we leave this to the responsibility of our feeding to other people. You know, it could be your wife, it could be the cook, it could be the workplace. You know, but we need to pay attention because whatever you are taking in other, we are what we eat. So if you are not eating healthy food, it will reflect in your body. And ultimately, if you do develop a problem with your performance, I'm talking about your sexual performance, don't just focus on the performance and go and find medicine or solution.
Herbal medicine.
Herbal medicine, waste and power, all those things will end you up with more complications.
More alcohol.
More alcohol. In fact, alcohol itself will decrease your performance. When he said this, people think it's not true, and because when they take alcohol, then they perform better. It's actually not true. It's been research proving that alcohol will decrease your performance. So if you're already struggling with performance and you go and take alcohol, you are in trouble. And one other thing I didn't add, smoking by itself will also cause atherosclerosis. So if you are diabetic and you're also smoking, your risk of erectile problems is much, much, much higher. So please, naturally or generally, men who are diabetic will have a much earlier onset of sexual decline. So let's pay attention and try and prevent that as much as possible by following our regular health routine.
All right,
very,
so
very
Doc,
important.
what's the tip of the week?
Well, your poor performance in bed may just be due to your poor blood sugar control.
Woo, preach. Doc, where can we find you?
So I'm actually quite active on social media, Kelvin Owusu MD, or you can also find our clinic page as well, Violence Medical Center.
Right. And ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. It's time for you to visit a hospital today. If you haven't visited your hospital, or if you don't even know your status when it comes to your blood sugar level, walk into a hospital and then check yourself. Now, this has been Doctor in the House, and the Doctor in the House has been Dr. Kelvin Owusu, who's a wellness consultant at Violet Medical Center, and my name is Chris Carter. See you next week, same time. Bye.
Ghana, get ready! AgriFair 2025 is gonna be extraordinary this November. Fresh farm produce, fish, poultry, and livestock producers, this is your moment. Join us from Friday the 28th to Sunday the 30th of November 2025 at the Ifo Sutherland Children's Park from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Come get your fresh produce, livestock, aquaculture, agro inputs, machinery, and innovative agri-tech solutions. Plus, don't miss our AgriFair clinics on snail farming, poultry farming, fish farming, and piggery. Call to register, but hurry. Registration closes on Friday the 21st of November 2025. Expect seasoned kebabs, farm-to-table deals, and a buzzing farmers market experience. Call 0558-973-973 to book a stand right now and also to register for the clinics.
I like pork, so I will take pork. The protein ratio is 11.5.
AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation.
I must commend CTFM and Channel One TV for putting this together. My only wish is that it's done, twice a month, 3 times a month.
I will say the fair has taken us beyond what we even imagined.
Really?
It has exposed us to the people of Accra.
The AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel One TV and 97.3 CDFM and is proudly sponsored by Horticulture Business Platform, Development Bank Ghana, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Gersal, Ghana Exim Bank, and Agri Impact.
Abstain.
Why abstain? I have been seeing through your shenanigans all night.
I thought I told you that I didn't want to see that girl in this house again.
A mixed bag of emotions and incidents.
Ghanaian family and intergenerational drama.
Some not so good.
That boy, that womanizer.
You are old enough. I would like you to man up.
In other cases, not so bad.
So does he see in her that he's not seeing in me? Look at me.
Eugene and Anekia made a choice.
You won't believe what Pam and Anekia have done to me.
Watch out for So So, a brand new series from GH Media Productions. So So, premiering on Thursday, 20th November at 7:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
On Footprints this Friday, we continue our conversation with Bishop Ni Nabi Apiakai Takiaboy, the presiding bishop of Victory Bible Church International, who shares his story about his life and his 40-year journey leading the church.
We have about 300 branches now.
What?
And then we have about 120 out of the country. We have a church in Dubai, we have a church in Abu Dhabi.
They go to church on Fridays?
They go to church on Friday, and interestingly, they fast anytime at all. The Islamic calendar, they are fasting, they fast. And they also fast with us in Ghana from every January.
Somebody is here a member, but they are whole quote unquote loyal to a social media church, and and all that. I want to know whether it's disturbing the equilibrium in any way.
I always say this: sometimes people are so much in need, you can't meet all their needs. I always tell, there are people who are with you in a prayer meeting, and you are addressing this dimension. You will not address a certain need. So when they leave you, they are going to prayer meeting somewhere.
So if somebody says, I don't pay tithe, what does that mean?
Well, he chooses not to pay tithe. It is his decision, which I won't condemn the person.
Okay.
We are not, as we're tying people's hands.
Wow.
And when people do things out of love, out of genuineness, they are more committed than somebody who does it as a matter of legalism.
Footprints airs every Friday at 7 p.m. with a repeat on Sunday at 5:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
In December 2023, the biggest play in the history of African theatre made its debut.
The God of Iron, I stand on oath.
You saw it.
We sent you all the way to Ileife to bring us greetings from Ifa.
By popular demand and in honor of Maoli Semevo, Image Bureau, in partnership with April Communications and the National Theatre, presents The Gods Are Not to Blame this December 17th, 7 p.m., 18th, 7 p.m., and 19th, 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. at the National Theatre. Visit www.imagebureaugh.com or dial *714*46# for your tickets. Single 250 cedis, double 400 cedis. Supported by New Plant Car Rentals, Ghana Tourism Authority, Balakwa, sponsors Stambic Bank, our media partners, and proudly brought to you by MTN.
Nation full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Marusanda Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
The party itself has said that whenever you're in opposition, you should choose flag bearers early.
So what you are trying to tell me is that you want somebody who is going out to come and select a leader for you. So the next person will come and say, but I didn't select him.
Direct victim of attack, violent attack.
Where and when?
The first one happened in Parliament. I was pregnant.
Now, for me, it was legitimized by a radio or TV station giving her a position to work.
So for you, take issue with GH1 and what and giving her the platform.
That is where the minority is. We are on them. We've asked questions.
President Mahama will be a mean president if he prioritizes only his children and DCP. He needs to demonstrate a Ghanaian government.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umaru Sanda Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel One TV.
This Christmas Eve, skip the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. Welcome to the Situation All White Party 2025, where the music never stops, the energy never drops, and the fun never ends. Celebrating grand style with great music, irresistible food, and an atmosphere that screams good vibes only. Date 24th December 2025. Venue Good Park near the Accra Mall. Time 8 p.m. till late. Dress code, it's an all-white affair. Get ready for electrifying live performances from Kofi Kinata, Papua, Perez Music, Inchin Chin Band, and DJ Mingle. Wear your best all-white fit. Bring your dancing shoes and let's light up the night together. Book your tables now. Call 0205-973-973. It's Christmas Eve. Don't miss it. Situation All White Party 2025 is powered by Channel One TV and 97.3 City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Bethel Logistics, and Hallmark Cafe.
It's time to promote volunteerism, active citizenship, and patriotism in Ghanaian society,
where we shine the spotlight on the unsung heroes among us.
Today, we're not just launching a program, we're igniting a revolution of skills, dreams, and hope.
On Volunteers TV, we highlight and celebrate people and groups that are great examples to us all.
Every single region in Ghana, we're doing something.
Good.
So no one's being left behind.
Over 800 kids that come to school, so having an extra classroom, extra resources will be really, really beneficial.
If you're a volunteer, you are actually serving because you are giving up your time and resources for nothing in return.
Volunteers TV, Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Channel One TV.
You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily right here on Channel One TV. My name is Jude Duncan, and for my health segment, it's now time for a rather exciting conversation because, guys, guess what? I have world champions joining me in the studio for an exciting conversation on education, on scholarship, and on quality tuition. Guys from Alpha Beta School have joined me in studio. Good morning, guys, and welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Morning. Good morning.
How you doing?
Yeah, fine.
You're fine. All right. So I have Sharaz joining me. There's also Hillary and there's Kekeli, and these are global champions from the 2024-2025 Global Pearson and the Excel, Achievement Awards. Out of, a global number of over 2,000 plus students, these incredible kids came up top in that, really tight competition. And it's such a privilege to have them join me in studio. Once again, guys, you're welcome. I'll start off with you, Shiraz. What was going through your mind when you were announced as a global champion or winner for the competition?
At first, I thought it was only in the school. But then after I realized it was in the entire world, I was shocked. I never believed that I didn't really think that's what they actually did in the entire world. I thought that they were just joking or something. Or I didn't hear well. But but they weren't lying.
Yeah.
I was really shocked about this achievement. And then I'm really happy for myself.
Absolutely, because even me getting to read about it, I'm like, oh, that's incredible, right? So we are all happy for you. Hello, let me come to you. Shiraz was like, he was shocked. Was it the same for you?
It was actually the same thing. But for me, when I got to know it was like the whole world, I was also shocked and surprised because like me. And then like I didn't really take it seriously because I thought maybe it was not that much schools and maybe we're the only ones doing the thing and those things.
But when you later found out the scope of it, the numbers that start for the exam, and you coming out there like, hang in there a minute.
Like, I think I did well.
Yeah, absolutely. Kekeli, same for you as well, right? No. You expected to win it. No. Interesting. I'll come back to you, Hillary. What was your study routine like?
So, I would actually, it's like a textbook, and then they have all the topics on it. So I'll learn every single thing, and I'll always like perform, like do past questions to be able to like do it.
So you studied a lot of the past questions. Interesting. What was the role of and still with you, Hillary, what was the role of your tutors, right? Because I know at Alpha Beta, your school is very, keen on quality education, quality tuition. What was the experience like when we were preparing for the examination?
So, for my teachers, like the whole teachers, they helped us like really, because there were lots of things I didn't understand, and most of us didn't. And you can actually go after school to go and ask them, even though they are doing something, and it was very helpful. And sometimes you can even actually sit after school, and someone like Mr. Labi would help us.
Shout out to Mr. Labi.
Shout out to Mr. Labi, we all have that one teacher that we always remember for like coming through for us, So shout outs to Mr. Labi. But Shiraz, let me come back to you again, right? During the whole preparation for the exam, was there any point you felt like, nah, I really got this? You said you came out to you as a surprise, but I'm sure to perform this well all through, you've been quite a good student academically, right? But did it kick you at any point to say that I think I got this and I'm really going to come out top?
Not really, because I knew that no matter what, I should not think of myself too much. I should always take of my time, because I can never know the outcome. Yeah. So I always know that I have to stay proud and do my best.
Stay proud and do my best. I love the sound of that. Of course, Mr. Emmanuel Imbansi is also here with us. He is a brand ambassador for Alpha Beta School. I have so many memories of Alpha Beta. I was saying to you off record, I used to come there, do abacus.
Really?
With my very good friend at the time. Many years ago, we used to also play basketball there.
Yeah.
I was in St. Teresa's, but I would come to Dansuman. I would come and beat you guys, in basketball. But amazing. So, I'm sure for the students, they're excited. As a school, you are also very excited for their exploits.
Yes.
But talk to us about the experience, right? I've seen the principal comment on this, calling it a deeply historic achievement.
It is.
I think so too, right? But what was going through, what's the feeling like in the school when you found out that you have global champions, not just like local champions or like continent level champions or even national champions? What was the feeling like in the school?
Well, we were thrilled. We were thrilled. Trying to find a good adjective to qualify our feeling.
Can you imagine?
We felt really, first of all, trying to find out to even pass the news to parents, trying to get the kids to understand what the championship is all about. I recall them asking questions like, what exactly is this?
Yeah.
They thought it was just within the school community, right? And then we said, no, this is a world championship. You've been recognized, and you will be celebrated. And how did we take it? We actually threw what we call an Alpha Beta red carpet experience, where we, gathered the whole community. We rolled out a red carpet. They walked on it. They were cheered.
So they were giving full honor.
Kind of, and their parents were on. So it was a beautiful experience. They got to share their experience on a live interview on campus with the media team. And then I recall, talking with some of the parents and asking, so how would you tell your friend, maybe you have a catch-up discussion to do with your friend and you want to talk to them about how proud you are to have a world champion at home. And they were like, I can't even imagine starting such conversation, but that's how I feel like to have them also. We talking about them being our world champions. So super proud.
Super proud and congratulations again. What will you, I'll start off with you, Sharaf, and I'll just come all the way like that. What will you say would be your advice to your colleagues, who are also aiming to achieve what you have achieved?
I would say that you should never give up and always believe. And never say that you have limits, because limits are only walls that you put ahead of yourself.
Wow. Say that again. Never say you have limits, because they are only walls you put ahead of yourself to stop you from achieving, right? That's incredible. Is it the school that taught you these things, or somebody speaking something to you? Yeah.
I got it from my uncle.
You get it from your uncle?
Lovely.
Interesting, lovely. Yes, Hillary.
Mainly, if you believe you can achieve, because if you are determined to do something, you can do it. So
if you are determined to do something, you can do it. And I'm sure it's same for you too as well, right? Interesting. Let me come back to you, Emmanuel, and finally, as we're wrapping up, I think this speaks to the quality of tuition in the school.
That's right.
Over the years, we can attest to the graduates Alpha Beta has been producing. I've sat with a couple of them at university, and so I know, right? How much of, going forward, how much are you? I want to frame the question properly, right? So I don't overstate or say, but where does this leave the school, right? Because now you're world champions. The expectation is high. What's the assurance to the public that you are going to keep at it and not, reduce the standard? Because clearly now, a lot of people will be looking at you and say, hey, this is global standards really in the school. So what's the assurance really to the public that as a school you are going to keep at these standards and ensure that you raise the bar, consistently?
Thank you very much for that question. In Alpha Beta, our motto is persevere to excellence. So right over the last 38 years that we've been in existence, it's been our hallmark. It is something that we always try to attain, not just academically, but holistically, ensuring that from critical thinking, soft skills, life skills that our students need to become global agents of change or leaders, solving problems and providing relevant solutions is something that we always have at the back of our mind, that whatever we are doing, we are producing excellent leaders who will be able to contribute
to excellence.
Absolutely.
So you are living the motto of the
absolutely. So this is one of the excellent achievements that I believe our hard work from our teaching staff to non-teaching staff, admin, the engine of the school, to management who are managing excellently, because you get what you put in, right? So our parents who are also contributing towards that, working together to ensure that we don't just stay as world champions, and we still need to keep producing more world champions. Of course, recently this year, we were recognized as the best A-level school in Ghana.
Oh, so that's not the first major acknowledgement?
Not at all, at all. So we have attained so many heights, but the question is, we need to work extremely hard to keep up.
To keep it a standard.
Which is not an easy thing. So if we have to throw back to many other awards that we've collected over the years, we will not finish today.
I can imagine. In Dansoman, there are so many schools. I feel like it's sort of like an unofficial hub for like so many schools, right? Even like secondary schools. You find quite a number of them. But for some reason, Alpha Beta, I don't know how you do it, but like you stand out. It's like some yellow and ash or yellow and blue. Amazing. What will be your final words, right, to our viewers watching there? There's a parent contemplating, which school do I enroll my wards in? What will you say to that viewer watching right now?
Well, Alpha Beta School is the place for your child, because we are not just raising leaders, we are raising global, ethical, competent, resilient leaders who will be part of the solutions to Africa's developmental challenges. That is our vision. And we continue to accelerate our growth trajectory by producing people like Shiraz, Hillary, and Kekeli. So if you are looking for a place that will not just empower your child, enable them and give them the environment to thrive Alpha Beta is the place for your child.
Alpha Beta is indeed a place for your child. And on that note,
I have even something more juicy for your viewers.
Go ahead.
I mean, if you are thinking about a good investment for your child, we are running a very cool discount at the moment. Some of the offers include up to 10,000 off admissions.
Wow.
If you want a cool discount to take the first step, that's a very good one for you. And also, if you're thinking about distance as well being a barrier, we are rolling out a busing service starting in January 2026. And also, we have a boarding facility as well. So
the Christian Center, right? The Christian College.
Of course.
Is it Christian Center or Christian College?
Christian College.
Christian College,
yes.
Guys, thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure. Emmanuel Mbasi was a brand ambassador for the school. Sharaz, Hillary, and Kekeli for your time. Congratulations on your remarkable achievement as the 2024-2025 Global Pearson and the Excel Achievement Awardees. And we'll take a quick break on that note. When we're back, there's a lot more right here on Breakfast Daily. Don't go away.
Ghana, get ready! AgriFair 2025 is gonna be extraordinary this November. Fresh farm produce, fish, poultry, and livestock producers, this is your moment. Join us from Friday the 28th to Sunday the 30th of November 2025 at the Ifo Sutherland Children's Park from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Come get your fresh produce, livestock, aquaculture, agro-inputs, machinery, and innovative agri-tech solutions. Plus, don't miss our AgriFair clinics on snail farming, poultry farming, fish farming, and piggery. Call to register, but hurry. Registration closes on Friday the 21st of November 2025. Expect seasoned kebabs, farm-to-table deals, and a buzzing farmers market experience. Call 0558-973-973 to book a stand right now and also to register for the clinics.
I like pork, so I will take pork. The protein ratio is 11.5.
AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation.
I must commend CTFM and Channel One TV for putting this together. My only wish is that it's done, twice a month, 3 times a month.
I will say the fair has taken us beyond what we even imagined.
Really?
It has exposed us to the people of Accra.
The AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel One TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by Horticulture Business Platform, Development Bank Ghana, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Gersal, Ghana Exim Bank, and Agri Impact. In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensah.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensah.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel One TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel One TV and let's grow together.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily. It's now time for the latest in the world of sports. And Yahweh J. Minta Mint.
Yo, Mr. Duncan.
Don Minty.
Oh, Mr. Duncan. Mr. Duncan.
Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you very much.
There's so much happening. I'm not sure where you want to kickstart.
Yes. First of all, congratulations to Ashraf Hakimi and Ghislaine Sheka for winning the CAF Men's and Women's Player of the Year award, respectively. The award took place last night, and yes, the best of the best got honored with these awards. And so, yeah, Ashraf Hakimi, being a defender, being able to beat out Victor Osimhen and Mohamed Salah to the award, yeah, that shows how good or how impressive his performance was in the 2024-2025 season. And yeah, I think it's quite deserved, because at the end of the day, he played a pivotal role in helping Paris Saint-Germain win pretty much everything, with the exception of the Club World Cup that they made it to the final and lost to Chelsea. They won every trophy that they competed in, every competition that they competed in, the UEFA Champions League, the French League, the French Cup, the French Super Cup, the UEFA Super Cup. They won everything. And so, yes, congratulations to Ashraf Hakimi and Ghislaine Sheka. Now, the big talking point this morning is that the pot to determine the nations ahead of the World Cup draw, it has been confirmed, and Ghana is in pot 4. And so what that means is that we are likely to meet one of the best teams or best nations in pot 1, the best nations in pot 2, and the best nations in pot 3.
How many pots?
4 pots with 12 nations in it, and so 48 in all.
So we are the lowest. You are part of the lowest.
Pot. And so what that means is Ghana could face in the group. The draw will happen on December 5. So what that means is Ghana could be drawn against Argentina, Croatia, because Croatia is in pot 2, Argentina is in pot 1, and Norway are in pot 3. We are likely to be playing or could possibly play against Erling Haaland and Martin Odegaard, because Norway is in pot 3 and we are in pot 4. So we could end up in such a group for the World Cup.
So it's like for us, it can be a group of death, because everybody's probably better than us.
Yes, we are likely to end up in a group of death situation because of our rankings. And so, yes, that's the latest on the Black Stars and in connection to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And so, yes, after December 5, if we end up landing in the top group, don't be surprised, because
other groups in the pot 4.
The Jordan, Cape Verde, Ghana, Curacao. Yes, and big shouts to Curacao, a tiny island nation in the Caribbean. They are the smallest country to ever qualify to the World Cup. Their population is 156,000.
Charlie, but did you fall off that bad?
Yeah.
Is South Africa better than us? I don't think so.
It's based on the rankings, and how you do it. And
Panama.
Panama.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Tunisia. Uzbekistan.
Wait.
Qatar.
The African, the FIFA rankings, the Africans 6th. All these nations are ranked ahead of us. Egypt is ranked ahead of Ghana.
Uzbekistan is ranked ahead of us.
No, yes, in the FIFA rankings.
World ranking.
Yeah, the world rankings. But when it comes to Africa, Ivory Coast is ranked ahead of Ghana. Egypt is ranked ahead of Ghana.
That means that the FIFA rankings in this stuff is problematic. Because
it's cumulative. It's not instant based on the results that you get immediately. It's cumulative. It's accumulated over a period of time. And so if you've been losing games consistently, and all of a sudden you start winning games consistently, it wouldn't immediately reflect.
Okay, so like the 2 games that Ghana just lost,
yes.
Now 1-2 is also going to be used to be ranked someday.
Yes, someday. Yes. In the near future.
Oh, so that's why all these things are important.
The 2 games we lost didn't reflect.
No.
The performance.
Not for the latest performance.
I saw a headline that said that Ghana ranked this despite the losses. So I was like,
yes.
You can't say despite the losses, because the losses weren't used to reflect
I get your point, but you see, it's also about journalism. You need to put it in proper context. And the context is that Ghana just lost to South Korea and Japan.
And it will be used someday.
It will be used someday. So these are the reports. And
I bet the Pele's Black Stars.
Yeah.
It's the same pot.
Curacao. Yeah, Curacao.
Jordan.
So at the end of December 5, if you end up seeing Ghana being drawn in the same group with Brazil, Croatia, and Norway, please don't be surprised, because that's how things go.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a great one.
Yeah, Curacao.
I know Jude is still in shock.
Uzbekistan is ranked ahead of us.
We have to end the show, and Jude can continue his shock.
My name is Chris Carter. Thank you so much for joining us. Cheers.
We'll close the show. If it's 4. Oh.